We had 2 weeks of enthusiasm on those twos.
Yeah, guys. It's gravy day. Happy gravy day, everybody. Pass the gravy, episode 482 with Alex, Pat, and Robert. You guys didn't even really know we were gone when we had an episode out for you guys last week, but we had a week off. The boys had a week off last week, so it's good to be back and in the groove of things. And I feel like we got a pretty good show for you guys today. We normally start off with the pre-cum segment, the pre-comeback kids segment. And since we normally do that, why don't we again do that today? That's where we bring up just any random thoughts, ideas, questions, like pitches we want to throw to the fellas. Who wants to start off this week?
I do.
Go ahead, buddy.
So I think this just popped in my head before we started. We're trying to decide what the bet is going to be for our picks. What about jersey bet?
I will never wear another team's jersey.
No. We have to buy the other guy's jersey for the next upcoming year. Loser buys the other guy his jersey. No, it doesn't have to be immediately. Obviously, the season will be over at that point. It's kind of weird. You can wait, maybe get one of the draft picks or just whatever guy you want. If you want a new jersey for the next year, the other guy buy. We're not, and we'll preface right now, we're not going crazy. We're not doing any of those $400 fucking jerseys and shit, but a good jersey.
I think maybe that's part of it. It's like the authentic one. I think this has that's a definitely. I will say I will agree to that, and we will put that in like that and the punishment, because the punishment has to be something like not fun. Also, besides just
spending a couple $100 on your buddy's jersey is not fun.
This makes it even worse when you then also have to buy another team's jersey. If you were a Cowboys fan, I will say I would not accept this bet.
Yeah,
I don't
like
hate
if you were a
the
Bears
Packers
fan, I wouldn't do it
with a passion. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you think my card is going to DallasCowboys.com? Not a chance.
So we're doing shaved head and jerseys. Okay.
Not shaved head. Well, we need to find something.
All right.
Something.
Other thing I had was, how about this weather, huh? That's fucking nice.
How about that drive in, huh?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to put it that way. But because of that, I started going on like a couple mile walks in the morning now.
Oh, you're
a little exercise in.
Just a walk guy. A little walk in it, huh? Dude, yeah, it's good to hear, man.
Including work. I did fucking 6 miles yesterday.
Oh.
We were busy. It sucked. I did not want to be that busy at work.
Marathon Pat over here.
Fucking just old Patty workouts.
Patty walk downs.
Yeah, but I was like, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, it's gonna be
Patty
nice.
Walker.
Hopefully soon I'll be able to like do these walks in like a fucking hoodie, dude. Now I'm not gonna do it every day. It's like just days when I don't have to be in the morning. So like I did it today at like 10:30 to like fucking 11:15. And so 45 minutes, brisk in and out, a couple miles. But being able to go for like a walk in a hoodie and not sweat your ass off, that's nice. I'm ready for the fall.
You go full Bradley Cooper and Silver Linings Playlist, start like cutting a trash bag and just losing some weight, just trying.
I'm not running. I'm not gonna run.
No, but like you don't do that. You just wear the trash bag so you sweat more, so then you look like you were running, and everyone's like, that guy has been running so far. He's just on his cool down walk.
I still haven't watched that movie.
It's not that great.
Yeah. And the last one, and before anyone gets mad at me, this isn't even technically mine. As I was loading up the laptop,
I'm pre-mad already
to put on the Astros in the background. The first thing that popped up on Xfinity, it was the Dr. Phil show. Has the body positivity movement gone too far? Without watching him, I know what he's going to say. Fatties, you're getting a little too comfortable out there, man. Just because I'm fat, just because I weigh 300 pounds doesn't mean I'm not healthy. No, it does. That doesn't apply. Or the only time that doesn't apply is when you're like an offensive lineman in the NFL. Yeah, you're 300 pounds, but you also are in insanely good shape. We're not talking about someone that's 5'4".
Like, are you using that weight for something? Because, if you were perhaps in sumo wrestling, I get it. That makes sense. Yeah, an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, you got to have some size to you. Just like an accountant, maybe. I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life. You know what? Body positivity, I'm all body positive, I'm all
realistic body positivity.
But you can't be like, there's not that, like, I'm good. It's like, you're good if you're 300 pounds and like playing in the league.
If you're 5'4" with a 45% body fat, sorry, you're not healthy. You're
I
fucking
don't
not.
know if that's healthy or not, but it doesn't sound.
It's
healthy.
definitely not. No. Let's put it this way. I'm not healthy, and I'm fairly certain I'm not at 45%.
Dude, you are healthy. You're walking now, bro.
Yeah, I do the bare minimum, bro. And I do like curls at night when I'm playing video games. It's pretty sick. I'm like so serious about it.
Dude,
I hit a dinger on MLB The Show, and I do some like curls and overhead flies.
I should hook you up with my gorilla bow, dude. Like you could just hang on to it, get a couple of these pulls in, a couple of these, work the lats, work the delts.
Yeah, I gotta do more of the chest. I'm like, I do some flies too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all terms I've heard before. But I think
what you should get is one of those bike things for like old people that like when you sit down, you pedal. It's just pedals. And like do that while you're playing Xbox. You're like, am I working out or am I playing Xbox? I don't know. Maybe both.
That wouldn't work though, because I sit far back in my seat when I'm playing. So like I can't really do that, or I'm in bed when I'm playing. But I'll get out of bed
a way to make it
do
work.
The curls and stuff.
That's what's up. See, it's little baby steps. Steps.
Incremental changes. But to sum everything up, yeah, the fatties are getting too comfortable. We got to start putting them back in their place, including me. I'm a fatty too, so I can say this.
You're not a fatty, buddy.
Us fats are getting way too comfortable with the way that we look.
You're great just the way you are, pal.
Everyone should have, and I've said this multiple times. I'm sure I've had this at Precome probably 4 times in the past year. You need a healthy level of shame.
I think that's good. Yeah. I think that a lot of what we're doing is like positivity and accepting of people that like are from different walks of life. And, you know, like that's not always been a thing that's happened in this world. And it's good that we're getting to that point, but it's like, I'm not saying discriminate on anybody based on what they look like or anything like that, but it's like having some like self-shame. Like my whole fuel for what I do when I do things is self-hate. And so it's like, well, do you want to be a piece of shit? Do you want to be a fat fuck? Like, then go run, Alex. Like, do that.
Yeah,
I think that like a lot of people.
Buddy.
Thanks, man. I mean, I was fucking working my ass off to get to that, but and I've taken 2 weeks off since, but I'm starting back up next week. That's what I've already told myself. Monday, right back on it. I was gonna do it this Monday, and I talked myself out of it. But I was like, no, next Monday, no turning back. Hold me accountable. This time next week, I'll be already got my runs, already got my workouts in. But
you don't want the runs.
No,
hard to work out with the runs.
Yeah, I meant like running, going.
Okay,
not the runs, but yeah, they're having a little bit of shame. Like that's kind of getting coached out of people, and not shame for stupid stuff, but shame for like, don't completely let yourself go. Like, but it's like, it's okay. You can't, like, I would not tell anybody that, but it's like, you should be able to make a self-assessment. And if you can't make a correct self-assessment, it's like on American Idol, when they would be terrible singers their whole life. And they'd be like, Mom, Dad, whole family, all of my friends, I'm going to go on this singing show and I'm going to sing for these judges. That's going to be filmed where I'll be open to mocking and ridicule. And their family was like, go for it. You got this. And then they go on there
like that
and just get destroyed. And like, I can't believe Simon Cowell said something mean to me. And it's like, I mean, did you hear yourself? Like, there's got to be a little bit of shame, like where you'd be like, I fucking suck at this. I'm not doing that.
And I'm mostly allowed to say this.
But get better. Work on that thing. You can work on that thing to where you're not ashamed of it. Like have a little bit of shame, but then work on that shame.
98% of fat people can work on being fat. There's a very small number that are like, no, I legitimately have a thyroid problem. I cannot lose weight. It's a problem. Most of us, we just really like eating takeout and sitting on our couches watching Netflix and not exercising. It's a pretty simple thing to change in most cases. Now, it's not going to be easy. Simple and easy are two very different things.
Exactly.
Like telling you what to do, simple. Actually getting up and doing it, not as simple, because doing things sucks. Putting in effort sucks.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And that's our lesson for today's podcast. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And
hate yourself.
We'll
that would be. There we go. That's
wrap it up.
What if that was a shirt idea too? That we just printed off shirts that said "Hate yourself."
That's.
But
I mean,
if we made them athletic gear, so like you wear it while you're working out.
Still, maybe like it could be misconstrued. Like I get the idea.
Well, the shirt's not for them.
Knocking the idea, but it's like, what if somebody's having like, they're having those thoughts, and you go to the gym and they're like, you know what, I do. That's it. Like I would feel bad that we sold those shirts.
Maybe if we
it could
said
go
like,
bad, it could go south.
Maybe it should just say like, hate yourself, lift heavy shit. That way you're like, okay, that's
I'm
the whole
talking
message.
about me, not you, in parentheses.
That would be great.
Like I would start with like a simple slogan, but then parentheses, and it's just like all the rest of the bottom of the shirt. Not really me, but like this is really what I mean. And it's like, all right, well, like what's the point of having that on a shirt? That's just.
And the back of it, it's just like the number for the suicide prevention hotline.
Look, if you didn't get it, just call this. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hate yourself. Just a joke. Ha ha ha.
Speaking of shirts, though, not to brag, but I think I'm a vacation guy. Went to Jamaica this past week, and like I think of the marketing plan we should do, make a little, like wet the beak a little bit, help us out, but then also have cool shirts for other people to get. We just need to come up with vacation shirt ideas for just random places, and just like put the Pass the Gravy logo on the back of it, but be like getting loudy, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I mean, if we make them Hawaiian shirts.
I mean, we could make them Hawaiian shirts, but it could also just be like kitschy looking like beach shirts. Like I was in Jamaica, and what kind of bummed me out is that they didn't have hear me out. Ready for it? Win in rum.
That's a phenomenal shirt.
Get it? Because they have rum in Jamaica.
That's an absolutely amazing one. Dude, that can be anywhere. Everyone loves drinking rum on vacation. Mai Tais.
Any island, basically. Yeah. Win in rum. Puerto Rico, and we raise money for Puerto Rico. Write that down, Robert. Write that down. Because we're charitable.
I'm not as big a fan of that idea.
We give them
$1
from every sale.
Or we could give me $1 from every sale.
But we also get most of the dollars. But we give them $1. So it is for charity, but also for us.
But also, they didn't want to be a state, so I don't really want to support them.
But we're charitable, but not too charitable. But I mean, like, bad stuff happened.
Carlos Correa can support them. We'll support us.
And them, sort of. But like, Win in rum, I was like, that would
I love that shirt idea.
If I saw that shirt, I would have bought it on the spot. Like, just take my money.
Dude,
say no more. Here, have this cash.
The pinstripes of the Hawaiian shirt, it's just pineapple rum bottle, pineapple rum bottle, pineapple rum bottle.
No, it's just a regular Hawaiian shirt, but in the pocket, coming out of it is like, it looks like a rum bottle.
I like that a lot too. I like that
where there's those like the birds sometimes. They'll be like, oh, there's like a parrot sticking its head out. Or I've seen before, it's got like, you got a salt shaker. I think it was a Jimmy Buffett one.
It had to
salt
be.
shaker sticking out of the pocket. It's like, I get what it is. I get what's going on with you parrot head, you. But Win in rum, and then we need to just think of a bunch of other t-shirt ideas for just random cities, and then we'll print the shirts, sell those. You can act like you went on the vacation, but really you're just supporting your favorite podcast. Vacationing is expensive, but it was also like, I know that we're a big not vacation guys podcast. I get it now though. It's kind of tight.
I mean, going away and just drinking on a beach is pretty sick.
Like I drank on the beach in Galveston, not the same as in Jamaica. Like, this is sick. I understand that people came here. Why this resort is full of other people that had this idea to come here and do this.
Galveston, our water is muddy, but our tequila is clear.
We can work on that.
Yeah, we'll workshop.
We'll workshop that.
It's a good first try, buddy.
I think we start with Win and rum. We see if that bad boy sells. Now that I've been to Jamaica, like, what if like we put the PTG logo, but it's got the Jamaican flag on the logo as well, and just like Win and rum, greetings from Jamaica, and then we just put the PTG logo with the Jamaican flag on the back. I think people buy that.
That's a pretty. I don't know if you put the.
And then you can wear it to watch Usain Bolt, if nothing else.
Does he even compete anymore?
Okay, anytime you're watching a track and field event, throw that bad boy on and say you're waiting for Usain Bolt. Nobody's gonna know.
I mean, if we're rooting, like if we planned a PTG trip to Jamaica, we could print those. But I don't know if anyone's just gonna buy a shirt that says "Welcome to Jamaica."
No, it says "Win and Rum." And
But then you also said
"Welcome
"Welcome to Jamaica." You
Greetings
said
from Jamaica.
Sorry, greetings from Jamaica.
It's like a postcard, but it's a T-shirt.
Hooray! Pass the gravy.
Also, postcard shirts, which is really just buying a shirt and giving it to somebody. But it would be better if you could like write your name on the back. It's like, oh, it's from so and so.
Okay.
Something like that. Something like that. So that was my idea. I'm definitely a vacation guy now. It's pretty fucking sick. But one thing I do feel like it was not before was an airport guy. Now I am an airport guy, and I'd like to apologize to all the dads out there because I completely understand why dads want to get to the airport like 4 hours ahead of time. The rush you get knowing how much time you have before your flight when you get to your gate, it's exhilarating, Pat. Like I know we have that rush of like when you hit a parlay, but when you get to your gate and you got 2.5 hours before your flight, and you get to be like, all right, well, like,
where am I going to drink?
Do we get breakfast? You want to blame Mary? What do we do? We already checked in. Got any, no check bags? Cool. All right. Well, what'd you bring? What'd you bring for entertainment? You bring a book? All right. Well, don't start reading it just yet. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. You got our passports. Got this. Got that. Like just double checking everything. Feeling like you're good to go. Sitting down. Emma was giving me so much shit for just wanting to be super early. Just wanting to be super early. Like, look, babe, like we gotta make the flight though. Like, you know. I don't know how long the security line is going to be. I get it, dads. I get it. No longer will I stand for this slander against dads. Well, why do they get to the airport? Because it feels nice. It feels nice. You feel secure. You're like, guess where my gate is? Right there. Oh, they changed the gate. I got plenty of time to walk across the airport to go change that. It's fine.
So what do you think is a normal amount to be?
I feel like a lot of times people plan like an hour before.
An hour.
But like
I'm minimum 2.
There's a lot of stuff that can change in that hour, you know?
Yeah, I'm minimum 2 as well.
Yeah.
They love changing.
To me, 2 minimum.
They love changing gates and times of flights. You got to get there early enough.
We flew out like 6:40. We were at our gate 4:30, like 4:15. Like got to the airport at 4. It was just
in the morning.
Yeah, it was absolutely exhilarating.
Well, the downside of that is they're not serving booze at that time.
They're not serving booze, but I was still just like it didn't matter. I didn't need alcohol at that point in my day. I was running on just like the high of like we're here. We're like our plane's right there. It's not here yet. The plane hasn't even gotten here yet, but I know where it's gonna go. I know where I'm walking down this little entryway, and that's where I'm gonna hand them my ticket. This is how I do this. I had it down, and it's like I get why dads do it, especially like. Can you imagine going with kids? Can you imagine going to the airport with a bunch of kids, like 2-3 kids and a wife, making sure you're wrangling everybody? You got 2 hours to do that. It's easy. You want to know why Kevin McAllister was fucking lost? Because his parents didn't do that shit. His dad was not that dad.
Yeah, try to show up just in time to make the flight.
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, let's just not set the alarms. Let's not have a backup alarm. What the fuck, McAllister's? Oh, and let's have it happen twice.
They're a shit family. That's what they are.
Yeah, terrible family. Terrible family.
Don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Getting to the airport is one of the best like feelings in the world, and like it's also shout out to Seth Payne from 610, I believe. He Sports Radio 610. I had tweeted out about that, and he was like, "Bro, sometimes you get to the airport super early, and like you go to an empty gate, and it's like you have an office just to yourself." I was like, "That's exactly what's right."
That's a pro tip.
Took a poop before going. You have plenty of time to take a poop, not worry about anything. You're not like got to pinch this off too early. Got to make sure they're calling for my gate or anything. Like none of that. It was great.
I'm happy for you, buddy.
The airport super early, guys.
I'm on board with that.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I don't fly a lot, but now I get why. Like if I flew a lot, I would just like live at the airport. I kind of was like, maybe I just start sleeping at the airport the night before flights.
You don't want to do that.
Full experience.
No, that's crazy.
You're not gonna be late. Not gonna be late.
You're gonna be cranky and not well rested.
Yeah, maybe. Robert, what'd you bring in for the Precome segment this week?
I was wondering what you guys thought would be the best World Series storyline wise. What World Series has the best storyline? Because I think there are a lot to pick
Mets.
from this year.
I think Mets. I think it has to involve the Mets. Maybe best storyline. It might be Mets Yankees, just for the Subway
that's the
Series.
best storyline? I know that would be like the most viewed, but like, is there really anything past?
Well, I think
New
so.
York?
Well, storyline for the Mets. One, they blew their massively, which they didn't really blow it. They kind of did, but the Braves just went on an unholy tear for the last month of the season to win it. And the long stretch of just being the Mets, that sucks. Them making it would be big. But I'm gonna say Mets Astros. Make people root for a New York team, and then we still rip their hearts out.
What is the Astros storyline?
Keep hating on us, bitches. We're gonna keep coming back here.
Yeah, everyone thinks like the 2017 was, not legitimate.
But they've been back since.
Yeah, and we're going to keep coming back, and you can keep booing us for reasons that are bullshit, and we all know everyone was doing it, but we're going to keep shoving it back in your faces.
Yeah, and they haven't won, so it furthers that argument. Like, oh, they can't win without cheating.
And so storyline-wise, they
True.
come back and they win it, and just, storyline of Verlander being 800 years old, having arguably his best season ever, he's going to win the Cy Young.
See, I'm a little biased. Sick. I'm biased, obviously, so I want Astros in there, and then maybe Dodgers.
Because both the Dodgers
again.
Yeah, fuck the Dodgers.
Or do they play the Braves? They get redemption.
That would be sick too. Redemption,
or do we want like the same one we got last year though?
I don't. Yeah, I guess if you're an Astros fan, it doesn't matter. Just get to the fucking World Series. Like I am so tapering of my expectations are so tapered of the Yankees from I'm not even gonna get excited about the playoffs. I'm not even gonna tell myself anything's gonna happen. I'm just gonna watch the games, guys. If I have any predictions, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna watch the games. Just whether it be the fucking Guardians or whatever they're fucking called, or the Rays. I don't fucking know. I'm just vibing. Maybe
Astros versus
home runs in the postseason.
Astros versus the Cardinals, maybe. Pujols' last hurrah. He goes on a sick tear in the postseason. And then old division rivals. That could be a sick one.
The Cardinals getting to the World Series would absolutely be a really good storyline. Although I do feel like I didn't realize they made the playoffs. Not going to lie. Hadn't really kept up with I watch a lot of AL ball. I bet both sides, but I have not watched a ton of Cardinals games. They did that whole let's take them off the field at the same time with Wainwright, Yachty, and Pujols, and they did the whole oh, it's awesome. I was like, they didn't make the playoffs. Obviously, this is the last time they're ever going to see these people.
That's what I thought too.
They have home games.
Yeah, dude, they're the 3 seed.
Yeah, so they get to see them again. Wainwright's obviously going to pitch the first game, right?
Yeah, but
you'll see the 3 of them there again.
Last regular season game.
I think you burn up on those goodbyes. You can't burn those goodbyes like that. You can't make
most people can't afford to go to postseason games.
But it's like Favre when he was they were this is probably Brett Favre's last game as a Green Bay Packers quarterback for 6 years. We had that storyline, and it was when he did leave, it was I don't even fucking care anymore. It's not special. It's not special though.
I cared. It was special to me.
I'll never forget his.
I cried with him. Yeah, I'll never forget his last game either.
R.W. McQuarters last pass that he threw to the Giants.
It hurt. It hurt a lot.
In the Super Bowl that year. But I don't know. I think they really burned up this whole goodbye to these guys. It's you didn't seem like you got a lot planned for the postseason. But yeah, Cardinals being there with 100-year-old players would be a pretty good storyline. The Mets getting back would be good, but fuck the Mets.
Yep. Not the Padres, just because like who gives a shit. Like,
Not
oh, you
yet.
spent all this
Not
money.
yet, Padres.
Tatis
Not
isn't even
yet.
with the team because he keeps getting busted.
Yeah, they're the cheaters now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Padres Astros, the cheater. World Series.
Mariners would be a good
Fuck the
storyline.
Mariners, though.
Yeah, I mean, like nobody really cares, but if you're like, oh, you haven't made the playoffs in 31 years, and then all of a sudden you're in the World Series, that'd be a good storyline. Cleveland, nobody gives a shit. Tampa, nobody gives a shit. Toronto might be fun because they got like just for look at all these former major league players' sons, and that's something.
Yeah, like if you had like Tatis and everybody, like Padres, Blue Jays would have been a nuts World Series where it's like, hey, remember they had dads that also played? That would have been a cool storyline.
I mean, Phillies could be cool just because it's like, it's Harper.
Nope. We don't want Phillies doing anything.
No, I don't give a shit about them either. I'm just saying it could be fun.
Like nobody gives a shit about the Rays. They're out. Guardians.
I would say St. Louis and the Astros.
St. Louis definitely out of the AL. I don't really know if there's a story other than like you thinking the Astros with redemption. I think the Yankees redemption would be just a huge one for the Yankees. We're like, look, Yankees, this group of Yankees finally getting one.
Well, Astros and Cardinals used to be in the same division.
Of people
rekindle the old division rivalry.
Yeah, maybe.
Pujols shit down the Astros' throats for so many consecutive years, and then if he just keeps hitting dingers in the World Series,
to him.
No,
he has to throw the first pitch out.
No. Brad Lidge is not allowed near the stadium if Pujols is there. We don't want that fucking bad juju.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I think it's going to be Astros and Dodgers.
That's what I would have guessed.
The Dodgers are an absolute fucking like, dude. Their lineup looks like an all-star team. Yeah,
but like if they don't win,
if
they don't win, it's gonna be so much funnier that they didn't win,
dude. So Astros versus Dodgers, that might be the most fun one. Just because if the Astros win, then everyone could be like, see, 2020 not a legitimate championship. Doesn't count. 60 games means nothing.
What if the Dodgers win? Then they're going to say 2017, not a legitimate one, because you can't win without cheating.
No, it still was, but it would also mean that 2020 actually could count for them. It could count for them if they win this one.
That would actually be double bad for the Astros.
I mean, the Astros have lost 3 since 2017. They've been there 4 times. Dodgers,
they lost.
Dodgers, Nats, and the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't lose to the Dodgers. They beat the Dodgers.
Oh, they beat the Dodgers. No, they lost the Braves.
They've been 3 times. They've lost.
Been 3. That's right.
They're 1-3 overall in the World Series, including the White Sox. But yeah. I think best storyline would probably be Cardinals getting all those guys there. And then out of the AL, Astros or Yankees would have the best like storyline.
I think Toronto would also be a fun storyline. Because like what if Toronto, like they make it to the World Series and then the Canadian government out of nowhere goes, all right, we're reinstituting vaccine mandates. You got to have a vaccine to come in the country. Just to be like petty and screw over anyone that didn't have one on the other teams. Because they just said they're gonna drop them.
But like, I don't know about you guys. I just hope Toronto never wins anything. It was like when the Raptors won the NBA title. I was like, that's not your sport. That's our thing. You know, like
I mean, they can't even win hockey.
Get the fuck out of here.
They can't win hockey. Maybe we can let them win one of ours.
I don't like that.
Either way,
keep the World Series in the United States. All right. That was our Precome segment this week, guys. Who do you guys like? Hit us up. Who do y'all think is going to be in the World Series this year? I think playoffs start tomorrow.
Friday.
And Astros' first game is when?
Monday.
Tuesday.
So yeah, hold on. So okay, Robert, help me out on this. The new format, is it just 3 home games in the first round?
The highest seed. It's like super regionals.
Okay, that's what I thought. So 3 home games.
And is the ALDS and NLDS, is that a best of 5 this year?
It's always been best of 5.
I thought it's been 7. It used to be 5, and now it's 7.
I thought it went back to 7.
I thought it had been 7 for a little while too.
So
No, it's best of 5. ALDS always best of 5.
is
ALCS
7?
CS is 7.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes
So yeah, it is 5 game. So 3 game, 5 game, 7.
I'm fine with that. I'm only fine with
Playoff baseball, man. I fucking love it.
I mean, I'm more football right now, but
I
will
fucking
also
playoff
have it
baseball,
on.
baby. It's special.
We'll also have it on.
Playoff baseball is more romantic. You get the history of the game, Mr. October, all that shit, man. And yeah, it's the meat and potatoes time of football season, but like just playoff baseball, man. There's nothing like it.
Playoff baseball. Well, that was
Beautiful.
our Precome segment, guys. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment. We tell you guys what's back in the news according to us each week. And it is brought to you this week by littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, the best air fresheners on the planet. They got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of everything. And it's a great place to go if you're just shopping for a gift. They have all kinds of cool stuff like customizable keychains. They have just regular keychains you can get. They got stickers. They have t-shirts. They do have these awesome like planners you can get. It really will help you plan your day. I really like the dirty and clean dishwasher magnets you put on your dishwasher. They also have the little Velcro sticks too if you don't have a magnetic dishwasher. It always helps you from not grabbing out one of those dirty plates to throw something on when you don't have anything clean. That's really cool. They have a little like dry erase checklist that you can do each day if you have the same kind of checklist in the mornings. And the best air fresheners on the planet. Go over there if you order $10 or more on your order, you're going to get free shipping. And also, if you use our promo code PTG69 at checkout, you're going to get 10% off your order. So you get free shipping on orders of $10 or more. And you can also get 10% off your order when you use promo code PTG69 at checkout. It's littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Tag them on Twitter and Instagram at littlemtweets and at littlemshop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order. The official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first comeback kid this week
is Alex. Came back from Jamaica. Hi, Alex.
I did came back from Jamaica.
You came back, yes.
I made it. I did not plan that to be the first comeback kid, but
Nope.
I guess so.
I stole it.
The real first comeback kid is spooky season because it is officially spooky season this week.
Any questions?
Yeah, also David S. Pumpkins season. We need to start remembering to tweet out the David S. Pumpkins video once a day. I should have done 31 days of David S. Pumpkins. I did not do that. So we're going to do 31 days minus 5 of David S. Pumpkins. And we're going to start tweeting that out each day just to kind of get you in the spooky spirit. But yeah, like Halloween decorations, they're fair game. Talking about Halloween shit, fair game. Movies, fair game. I think that all plays after you start October. It's a little crazy before October. But it's officially spooky season. And Pat, are you going to be anything for Halloween this year?
I'm going to be a guy on Halloween.
Probably what I'm going to end up being. So.
What day? Nobody trick or treats in my neighborhood anyway. What day of the week is Halloween this year? It's a Monday. So I'll be a guy at work.
Okay, yeah, I will also be a guy at work. And guy watching Monday Night Football. But did you notice Monday Night Football, Bengals and Browns, 2 orange teams, and an orange and black team?
Almost like they did that on purpose.
It's like they knew they should make the Browns put like a jack-o'-lantern, like little stickers on the already orange helmet.
Damn, I'm gonna try and convince my boss to close that night because we'll be dead anyway. And I really want to see the crowd shots of Browns fans and Bengals fans wearing Halloween shit to the stadium.
Yeah, that'll be pretty tight.
Because NFL fans on Halloween, they really do it up.
They get wild. Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they go hard.
And that's okay. No, Deshaun will not be back for that game.
Deshaun will not be back. He'll be back to like week 12.
Yeah.
So it'll be Jacoby Brissett most likely. But yeah, spooky season. Welcome back. Also a comeback kid this week is London NFL games because we got
You
one
sound like
last
you're
week.
from London.
Oh, you sound just like you're from London, just like the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings were on Saturday morning, mate.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's a pretty good game, isn't it? Well, Willie Lottie here, he missed that, hit the ball off the crossbar in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
They played a game of American on the footy field.
That was American football, not like the football we have here. We have Harry Kane running around on our field usually, but this time we had this bloke named Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was out there, and Dalvin Cook. You tell me there's a man named Dalvin Cook.
Is that Prince Harry out there playing for the Saints? Oh, no, it's Andy Dalton.
It's all Andy. Prince Harry. Oh, no. Sorry, mate.
All the way from Katy, Texas.
Where's this Alvin Kamara guy? I bought his jersey this week. Is he not playing? Chris Olavi. Where is he? French? Is he a Frenchman?
How come all these blokes who play the violent sport have more teeth than all of us?
Is it the mouth guards you got in there? Or is it the fluoride in your American water?
Water!
You gotta swallow the tea on water. Water!
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, the Vikings and the Saints played on Sunday this week. This is one that I knew there was a London game, but you always, I feel like you get the one London game you forget about. And then they I don't know if they always go back to back, but it's like after that, you're like, oh yeah, those London games are early because you for some reason you're like, they're gonna be a noon kickoff, it'll just be in London because sometimes they did that, and they did it this week, so it was like an 8:30 kickoff. It was kind of tight to just wake up like, oh, there's already a game on. It's almost at halftime. This is sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm glad I started my guys on my fantasy teams. They were on both of those teams.
I remembered the night before. And by the night before, I mean that I don't know, I was still up at 3:30 in the morning, and I go, oh shit, that game's happening.
It's actually 8 a.m. London Standard Time.
It was 8:30. It was 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
London Standard Time.
So I set my alarm, and all I did was the alarm went off. I woke up, I turned on my TV, and just went back to bed and just kind of listened to the game in my sleep. And would catch I don't know, 2-3 plays a quarter. Until about the third quarter when I actually kind of started to wake up. It was good. Just have football playing in your sleep. That's pretty fucking sick, actually.
Yeah, that is kind of tight, especially if it's like two teams you are not have no rooting interest for.
Don't give a shit about.
Which is going to change this week because we actually do give a shit about both teams playing. We have a little pass. It's the Pass the Gravy Bowl. The Pass the Gravy Bowl we got, although I believe the Gravy Bowl is saved for Sam Houston and Jacksonville State coming up.
Should we have a bet on this game between us?
Oh no!
Obviously with the spread. Obviously with the spread.
Absolutely not. Packers are going to cover the spread. All the money on the Giants are basically playing a reserve squad. It's like when we send our Manchester City. When we send Manchester City across the pond to play the American clubs, we don't start Erling Haaland. He's just there to look good and stand on the sidelines. He's not going to really play. Daniel Jones probably not going to play. Our backup's not going to play. So we have a practice squad quarterback and everybody else is hurt. So yeah, y'all are going to easily win. But
that's why we have the spread.
What's going to be fun for you guys listening and watching right now is that Sunday morning, I also do a podcast, the Claire Big Blue podcast with Mike Fish and myself, and we cover West Ham and the New York Giants on that. West Ham will be playing at the same time as the Giants are playing. So we are going to be doing a live stream where we're watching both games at the same time. Pat is going to be joining us to watch the Packers game. I mean, you could throw the West Ham game on as well if you want.
Oh, well, can I still watch those through? What is it? Peacock.
Peacock, yep, Peacock or
Okay.
USA. It'll be
Okay.
on one of those.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
I can do that.
So they'll be going on. I think West Ham starts 30 minutes before, so you can join at 8:30 if you want. Doesn't really matter. But you can just watch me be really upset about at least
send me
one
the wake
team.
up early. Send me the wake up early. I want to watch the whole thing with you guys.
But I'm gonna be at least upset about one team, possibly two teams. West Ham should be able to beat Fulham, but we don't know.
We're singing bubbles. We're singing bubbles.
We're gonna sing it every time we score because I'm only gonna be upset about the Giants. But that's starting at 8 a.m. Central Time, maybe a little bit before that. When me and Mike get everything set up, then we'll send Pat the invite. Pat can join with us, and we're gonna watch a little footy, and then we're gonna watch a little football. Start at 8 a.m. Central Time here in the United States. It'll be like across the pond. Maybe I'll make a little bit of tea. I'll make me some biscuits. Can you give me the grossest bacon you can find, man? Just basically just throw it on a pan for half a second and then just leave it raw.
You know, I might tell my sister make me a full English breakfast.
Give me some beans, please.
Beans and eggs and tomato.
A little tomato.
Some
Blood
bangers.
sausage. It's basically just raw sausage and raw bacon. It's gonna be great.
Maybe I should do that.
And peas.
On the live cast, ever bring it to me and just be like, this isn't a full English, you twat.
Send it. Send it back, you bloke. You fucking crazy bird.
It's fucking Bert. Just go full Gordon Ramsay on it.
Smack it out of her hand.
Do it again.
We can just review English breakfast, which is just like, not very good.
Well, you know what we should have Mike do for us too is have Mike be, all we know is that sounds British. We can do different American accents. He can give us different British accents. Posh, trashy, all that shit.
Yeah. Well, Mike also, he does have an English accent already because he's
he'll know them. He'll know them.
But we should also just speak like have a British accent the whole time.
Oh, it's definitely happening, mate.
Oh, it really sucks that the Packers scored on us again. Fuck.
I'm gonna have to look up.
If only Dale Jones was there, I'd be good.
I'm gonna have just a spreadsheet of Cockney slang to use the whole time, just to fuck with him.
What's going on there, blood?
Oi, West Ham ain't played too good in the first half. They look like they're in Barney.
I reckon they're not looking great right now. Fucking this Mitrovic bitch again, scoring a goal. Fuck.
Over under 20 minutes until Mike tells me to go fuck myself on this live stream.
Oh, under.
Yeah.
It's going to be early. It'll be early.
And I will be drinking whiskey right away.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're definitely drinking. It's okay because we're watching sports.
Yeah.
We're not, it's not a problem thing. We're watching sports.
It's okay because we're grown adults who get to make our own fucking decisions.
And then we can kind of like turn on Red Zone and nap in and out, going in and out of a nap during the noon games. Like, kind of stoked about that. Because like no matter what happens, we'll already have like results by the noon game. So to be like tight now, like I don't have to stress at least about my team. I know what happened. I'll be sad, but like whatever. And maybe West Ham wins and I'm half sad. So that'll be okay. But yeah, if you want to watch me be miserable, Pat probably be very excited and us and really terrible British accents and get drunk. The Claret and Big Blue / Pass the Gravy super stream. It's going down this Sunday.
Think of it this way. It's a Pass the Gravy morning show.
Exactly. Rod Ryan show's not on Sundays. But it is going to be like, it'll be a worse version of that show.
Oh, much worse.
A worse version of the Rod Ryan show. It's not really at all like the Rod Ryan show. But 8 a.m. Central Time. Claret and Big Blue podcast. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel, it's going to be on there. But we will also be sharing it on our Facebook page and our Twitter. So just head over to the Pass Great Podcast Facebook page or Claret and Big Blue YouTube. Like we're really hoping that we can get some subscribers to the PTG or to the Claret Big Blue YouTube channel. That'd be sick. If you're not already subscribed to us, go subscribe to us. But go find our Facebook page, and then we'll all tweet out links. Like, go follow my Twitter, Pat's Twitter, Pat's Great Podcast Twitter, and we'll do that. Robert, did you want to get up super early and watch 2 sports that you don't really care about?
I think I might have to pass on this one.
It'll be like the Manning cast. We're welcoming in Robert. What do you think's going on with this game, huh? What do you think about the front four with West Ham today? I don't know what that means, guys, but thanks. Good to be on.
I do like the idea of Manning casting it and having guests on for like 10 minutes at a time. Like, Tessa, you just woke up. You want to yell at us about anything? You're loud in the morning.
We do like the first quarter of the Giants Packers game, where we're just shooting the shit with the 3 of us, and then starting the second quarter, we have one guest on each. That would be maybe that's electric. But also, do we like plan out guests, or do we just see who's on the stream and we like just text people early?
I think we just call people and be like, hey, you want to come on the stream for 20 minutes? Cool.
Call them on, like, wow, yeah, like that more. Like,
what are you doing?
It's like, hey, get up.
My buddy's in Colombia right now. I could call him. Like, hey, I know you're on vacation with your wife and her family. You want to get away from them for 20 minutes? Cool.
And then be like, so what time is it there? 6.
It's Colombia, so it's the same time as us.
Daddy, coffee?
It's due south.
Okay. Tight. It's Jamaica, same time. He
might have had some coca tea while he was down there. Oh. Might have said that it made his gums numb.
See, we could talk about that. That's perfect content for Gravy Cast, who we would call it, instead of Manning Cast. And then
Morning
we have
Gravy.
Robert on maybe the
Morning
fourth
Gravy.
quarter. Morning Gravy. I've always said if I had a morning show, that would be what I would want to call it.
Yeah.
Morning Gravy.
Just
Robert,
start every day off with a shot of gravy.
You can be the fourth quarter guest.
I don't think Robert wants to be any quarter.
You and Sam, you can just join us. Y'all can be laying in bed. And Sam's like, what are you doing? Like, Sam, what do you think of the game? She's like, what game? She's not into it. Not that into it.
I don't think she's
Turn on the telly. The game is on.
Hey, Sam, turn on the television. Turn on the tube.
No, the tube is the subway.
The tube. Fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll have these terms down by then. But
Let's
like,
go to the pub.
If you guys don't hate that yet, you're gonna hate it or love it by the fourth quarter of that game. And Mike's a fun dude, so we're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. And just like me being miserable, if you wanted to, like, that's basically just a front seat to watching me be miserable. So if you get off on that, you can watch that too. Pat being very happy, you'll probably get to see that as well. And then I may lash out at Pat at times when I'm just not personally, not because I don't like you. I love you. It's just like I only have so many things before I start just lashing out at people.
Basically, it's do you guys want to see us drunk at 9:30 in the morning?
Hopefully your answer is yes.
Yeah. Just wake up in the morning, flip it on, join us for a little bit.
You can be in bed watching Facebook, watching us watch games and talk about them, and you can be commenting and interacting with us. It's like you're hanging out with us. It's gonna be fun. The game's on NFL Network. The Giants Packers is. West Ham should be on USA or on Peacock, so you can watch all that stuff like while you're on your phone. And the Claire Big Blue and Paz Gravy supercast of Giants, Packers, and West Ham and Fulham going down Sunday, 8 a.m. Maybe a little bit before that. Go to our Facebook page for that, and just make sure if you're following us on Twitter, follow us around then. We're going to tweet at those links. And then you can also see me and Pat talk gambling kind of towards the end of that game, because we'll be getting ready for NFL Sunday to have the noon slate of games kick off. So we'll have some bets for you. You can also be watching Gravy Gamble's show returns this week as well. We'll tell you about that. But London NFL games coming back, and we're going to be at the forefront of this one this weekend. Next up, we got robots killing us all. Now, this is just like, I feel this is the most frequent comeback kid we have at this point in the podcast, just because anytime anybody sees a video of a robot doing anything now, I just get tagged in it. Like I got when Elon Musk showed us these robots that look like the Terminator.
It looks stupid,
but they also like this, like show me a robot that hasn't turned on us yet, but is going to turn on us, without showing me a robot that hasn't turned on us yet, but will turn on us eventually. Like it looked like the Terminator.
Yeah, it looks stupid. I'm not worried about that one. It
looked like the Terminator. That was bad. But then, so I got tagged in a million of those. Like Elon, like if Elon's gonna make something fucking crazy, like That's gonna flip on us. It's going to, absolutely. And then like I was in a fucking my Uber to the airport was a Tesla. That was the first time I've ever ridden in a Tesla. That shit's the fucking future, man. It's got a fucking just like giant screen that just like tells you all this shit the whole time. It was wild, bro.
This thing can barely walk.
An alien like that is gonna fuck us up. That's just a prototype, man.
Dude,
that's the one they're showing the public.
Walks,
they have ones they haven't shown the public.
It walks like an 80-year-old woman who's trying to hold in a shit.
But that's a determined walk still.
It's so dumb.
So
dude, like Elon, flying cars. Work on that shit.
Work on that. But yeah, these robots are definitely gonna kill us eventually. The other one that I was sent that was extremely concerning to me was somebody had like a robot arm they had put on a plant, and they put little what are they, like the little electrical nodes that they would put on your chest to like check for like your heartbeat and stuff. They put those on these plant leaves, and apparently the leaves were operating the robot arm. But what was also super concerning was they were like, what should we put on the robot arm? Should we give it like a glove? Should we just make like a hand so it can do like little cool hand movements to us? No, let's give it a machete. And that thing was chopping. It was stabbing. Not only am I concerned about robots killing us and having robots with machetes, I am now concerned that plants want to kill us too. I mean, there were already plants that wanted to kill us, but now like we can't have them teaming up. Then we're really fucked. It's like it grows in the ground and it can still kill us, or it's a robot that was built by us that's still going to kill us. Like, that's too many enemies.
I call bullshit. I think this is a fake video. I think they want it to look like that, but really it's just somebody with the controller making the arm move, and they have nodes that don't do anything attached to the houseplant. I call
right.
shenanigans.
I hope you're right, but it was science people that put it out there, and science people are way smarter than me. So I tend to go with science people a lot of times because I'm just like, I am dumb. I'm aware that I am dumb, and I'm aware that they are probably smarter than me. So they have an edge.
You don't give robots weapons. Like, what are you doing?
No, like it goes all the way back to when they were like, hey, let's put these guns on these robot dogs. Like, what if we saw what they did with that? No, let's not do that. Let's not at all do that, because now they're gonna be like, what we should do is we should just turn on the people instead of shoot. They're like, no, don't do that at all. Stop giving robots weapons.
Dude, like
Westworld. God damn it, guys.
This is why, as dumb as my brother is, there's people like him that have a purpose in this world. And there should be one of him in every factory of smart people where they do this kind of advanced robotics. And like, what if we did this? And my brother just pops up from around the corner with a dip in his mouth going, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey, let me see that machete. Let me see that machete. He opens the door and just throws it out the door. He's like, no.
He just machetes the robot when it's turned off. He's like, nope. Come on, nerds.
Where's the battery of that thing? No, and he smashes it. Like, we're not doing that.
Because this is my brother. He's gonna be holding a bottle of whiskey at all times too, and he just pours the whiskey on like the circuits of the robot. Like,
What if it was like Bender from Futurama and it just made it stronger?
And it started being fueled by alcohol at that point. Maybe my brother creates futuristic robots that run on alcohol.
Then the robot just like gets like filled with rage and just becomes like a drunk, and then we have drunk robots going around everywhere.
Or maybe or maybe it's just a cool drunk.
What if it's not though?
It's not.
It's
definitely not.
Cool
it's definitely not. No,
cool drunks at all.
That's right. But the wetness will short circuit the electricity
unless it makes it stronger.
It would have to burn on some level to help it run.
A burning fire inside of it
to kill all humans. Yeah,
to kill us all.
But there's not many things I trust my brother with, but stopping the robots from getting started, I do trust him with that. So let's just put him in Tesla's factory.
What you're saying is you want your brother to be the first line of defense
to stop them from being turned on.
If this was South Park,
yes.
You would want him to be the Canadians.
Actually, yeah. If it's just in the war against robots getting started, I do trust my brother as the first line of defense. I would 100% want him in the factory. So when he just hangs out in the factory, and then like he just overhears him going, yeah, dude, so we put this gun on it and we're about to go turn it on. And he just pops up and goes, what are you doing? No. You ain't turning that on. Nope, disassemble it.
Don't do that.
Disassemble it right now. Frank,
you need
we
just
are
somebody
not
in every
doing
group
that.
that just shits on whatever the idea is. Like with all smart people, it's like somebody that's way dumber than them to be like, hey, buddy, let me tell you this. Like, you don't understand how it works. No. Here's my thinking. Like, well, you don't understand how any of this. No, it's stupid. And they're like, well, okay.
Is it possible? Is it theoretically possible that this is the first step to AIs getting sentient and having their own thoughts and turning on us? Well, theoretically,
It
yes.
would never
then
turn
shut
on
it down.
us.
Then shut it the fuck down.
Don't do it.
Also, my brother, he's scrappy. So if they're like, you don't know what you're talking about, he's like, okay, you can either stop now or I'm going to huck this whiskey bottle right at your fucking head and then we're going to fight.
And then they'll sick the robots on them, dude. It'll be over so fast.
They won't even have time to turn it on. My brother's vigilant. He's drunk, but he's vigilant.
Let's hope he's really vigilant.
Against the robots, he is.
But yeah, robots are going to kill us all. And that was our weekly robots are going to kill us all update. That's we should just make that its own segment from now on. Like, and robots are going to kill us off, a part of the Comeback Kid segment. Here we go. Boom.
What are they doing now?
I appreciate you guys tagging me in those videos. I do get blown up with the tags in those when they happen, but like, it keeps me vigilant. And that's, have your head on a swivel. And now I know now to look for like plants. Like, we have a plant in our house. I'm not watering that shit.
What if I started a Twitter account for my brother? Didn't tell him.
You should be terrified, honestly. Like, look at right. If you're watching the video version, Past Great Podcast on YouTube, Robert is like right in front of a bunch of plants that are probably listening.
Yeah, they're all over the place here.
To the podcast, and they hate you. They're Sam's plants, so they hate you. You know that. Mm-hmm. Do you water those plants?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're gonna die if they get robot arms.
Hear me out on this. What if I started a Twitter account for my brother, didn't tell him, I ran it, and all I did was tweet out things he said to me and retweet links that he sends to me? I bet I would get a right-wing following pretty fucking quickly.
Just like Andrew says. I
think my brother would be more successful on Twitter. No, he would never put his name on it.
Well, no, that would be the account you would make it. You would just like Andrew says.
No, it wouldn't even be Andrew. It would be, I don't know. I'd come up with some kind of thing.
Tucker Carlson is my fave.
Daddy Tucker. No.
Greg Gottlieb Bucks 6'9".
Say no to kneeling. That's his Twitter account.
Let's go, Brandon 420.
Oh man, actually, I might.
January 6th was not a hoax.
I might do that. I might create one and just retweet shit he says.
Do it. And it's a good use of Twitter for sure. Like that's what Twitter's for. This week, it's been a minute since I got the reaction from it, but Loretta Lynn died.
R.I.P. Real one.
I mean, I get
coal miner's daughter.
She's a fucking country icon. I couldn't have named you one song until like people started telling me about it. But like I was like, she kind of looks like Reba McEntire. Oh wait, I always do the RIP and peace tweets with the wrong person. Tweeted it out, and man, it like every now and then you're like, good. I'm glad Twitter's back. Like it was like I just got back from vacation, just kind of easing back into the work week. And I was like, I hooked like 17, 18 people, I felt like, which some of like the people that get it, that like it, were just like, yeah, you got some people with this one. You got some people with this one. Usually, like, there had been a bunch lately where like people are onto it. So they weren't commenting on it correctly, but like people, oh, I'm pretty sure it's Reba McEntire. And I was like, who's Reba? I have no idea who that is. Yeah, no, buddy. I'm pretty sure I would know who Loretta Lynn is. This is that's what I Googled. Google Loretta Lynn. This is the picture came up. But like I had a lot of interaction on that one. And it's like every now and then you get the people to take the bite. And that's what Twitter's for to me. Twitter is for that. Twitter's for a little bit of chaotic stuff, a little bit of like, I don't want to talk about serious shit on Twitter. All right. I want to make fun of everything. And you just tweeting out what your brother says, absolute entertainment. Like that's what Twitter's for.
I think I need to do this.
It doesn't work on Facebook. It wouldn't work on Instagram. I still haven't figured out TikTok. I think that might be a lost cause at this point. I think TikTok.
I don't know.
But
if Rob,
go follow.
I mean, if we could start getting Robert rates on there.
Yeah, why don't you give us any chair reviews, dude? You've given us 0 chair reviews. You're back to your old chair. Chair Watch 2022 is back on. We didn't even break in with that, but that's breaking news. Why haven't you reviewed any chairs for us, Robert?
I don't think I'm good at it. Obviously,
send me the fucking videos. I'll throw them on there, dude. You're the editor in this podcast. I'll fucking edit the TikToks. And by edit the TikToks, I mean I'll post them. Just send me the video.
Mm-hmm.
Just text it to me. I'll grab that, post it. Boom. There's our TikTok.
I don't know. I feel like I failed with the last chairs, and I feel like I gotta redeem myself.
But you're able to admit your mistakes, which I think makes you a fair reviewer. You know, not everybody would do that. A lot of people, me most likely, would have just been stubborn and kept that chair that I hated for a very long time.
Just like the news my brother watches, Robert, you are fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced, which I don't know if that's the news.
Hey, that's what they say about themselves.
Part of that statement was right, and it was about Robert. Send us the chair reviews. Just text them to me, dude. Text them to me.
I'll get on that.
We need the content.
Mm-hmm.
Just even if you don't make the video, just text your chair reviews, and we'll make a TikTok out of the screenshots.
No, you send us the chair review, like you videoing yourself, and then send it to me, and I just rip that and throw it on the TikTok, and that's it. And on Instagram. I think you need to give the people what they want, but do it at like park benches. Like we're here at Memorial Park on the running trail, and this bench, it's supposed to be flat. It's kind of on a slope. I would say I'm going to give it 1.5 out of 4 legs. The legs rating system, though, that's the perfect system for chairs. So like, just give us a couple of those this week, and I think we'll be good. And maybe we can talk Sam into not having her plants kill you eventually.
That'd be
You
nice.
gotta talk to the plants about that.
Yeah.
We'll help you out with the plants if you help us out with the chair review videos. That's maybe our best idea ever.
All right. I'll try to have one to you by next week. I gotta sit on this.
Good. Just literally sit on any chair and just review it. Like that takes 5 seconds.
Nope. No lumbar support. Nope.
All right. Last comeback kid we got this week. It's Jeffrey Dahmer. That dude's back. I mean, he's dead, but like people talk about Jeffrey Dahmer. So there's a Netflix show that everybody's watching. There's the memes that happened last week while we were on vacay, that we missed out on, but I'm gonna find a way to work them in. But Jeffrey Dahmer, man, that guy was kind of fucked up, huh? Right?
There's an understatement.
Hey, fuck that guy. Am I right?
The D-Man, not great.
Not a great dude. I did not watch any of the series.
Me either, but I think I'm going to very soon.
I thought about it. I before I left work today, I was wrapping some stuff up. I looked at on Wikipedia, just at Wikipedia Jeffrey Dahmer, and I was like, I know this guy like 8 people. I know he fucking killed a lot of people. But like, let's see, like, let me like read a little bit about this dude. I'd never done a deep dive, never felt like I wanted to. Like, bad dude, I'll stay away. Yeah, that guy was doing some like fucking dismembering people and fucking like, oh my God. Like, I felt sick reading it. And I was like, I don't want to watch 10 hours of this.
I kind of do.
Why don't you do it and then just give us like a grossness scale on each episode.
Okay. I gotta remember.
It's like horse. GRO is a full gross, or is it just like a GRO?
I'll probably watch one episode and rank the specific episode and then forget for the rest of them. So then I'll just give an overarching grossness scale for the whole series.
I read episode synopsises and then review the synopsises of the episode.
Oh yeah. I'll go back. I'll have to go back and do that because I'm 100% going to forget to review them as I watch.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. Cool glasses.
Didn't Zac Efron already play him like 2 years ago in a Netflix movie or Netflix show?
Was he Bundy?
Oh, he was Bundy. Yeah.
Was it Ted Bundy?
Man, Hollywood really just loves taking the most despicable people and finding the hottest fucking guy that can play to make him.
Well, I mean, like, you know who we got to blame for this? Not to be, we are the biggest anti-sexist podcast out there, but it's women. Like, it's women's fault. You guys are the ones that are watching all these murder mysteries, that are watching all these
Murder. It's
shows,
called murder
all these
porn
murder
for a
docs.
reason.
Like, you guys, and then you're like, oh my God, Zac Efron played him. He's so hot. It's like, yeah, that's how he killed so many people. He was hot. Stop. We're glorifying this. It's your fault.
Let me play.
Respectfully.
Then seriously, the next one that comes out, let me play John Wayne Gacy. I can play a fat clown.
I would never tell a woman what to do with her time or her body, but this is your fault that, like, Jeffrey Dahmer is back again. Because you're into this murder mystery stuff.
Murder porn. Gets them excited.
I contributed to it because one of the best gifts I've ever given Emma was, like, it was a murder mystery set. Like, they mail you a different one each month and you get to, like, solve the crime. She fucking loves it. She'll go home with, like, she'll, like, save them up and go home, and, like, her and her mom will just work on it for the weekend. It's fucking chilling, but also, like, it was a great purchase.
Alex isn't here. Let's solve the murder so we can figure out all the loopholes to get around
it's called,
it.
like, Catch a Murderer or whatever, but it's like one of those, like, subscription boxes. But it's, if your chick's into that, think about that for a gift. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, fucking, I wish I hadn't read all the Wikipedia stuff that I did, because that was some fucked up shit. And yeah, just cool glasses. That's about the only cool thing about that dude.
I mean, from time to time I get lost on those
dead.
Wikipedia wormholes of serial killers, and man, BTK. I think he's gonna be the next one. BTK, which stood for bind, torture, kill. This dude, he'll be the next one that they make one of these shows about. He finally got caught.
Emma just said that guy's the worst. Was the murderer? Yeah, he's probably a bad dude.
Yeah, that dude finally got caught because he used to.
He gives her nightmares. Was
he
not hot? Was that why?
He was not. He was a chunky guy. He used to send letters to the police from time to time to taunt them. And the way he got caught is he sent one from the computer at his church where he was like a deacon or he worked. Like, he was part of the church, and they traced it back to that fucking computer. And they're like, oh, it's this guy. We kind of thought it might have been him a long time ago, but we couldn't prove anything. Yeah. When your serial killer name is bind, torture, kill, you know the details are not that good.
Yeah.
Or the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. Look those two guys up, because they are definitely both going to get these serial killer Hollywood treatments.
I'm ready for the Scranton Strangler to get one.
They're sick fucks.
But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer back this week. Whatever the
Dahmer man.
We're gonna do this, and then you can leave. We'll let you listen to this, watch this episode, pass the gravy, and then you can leave.
I can't wait to find out what that's about when I watch the show.
Somebody make that meme. I would assume it's before he kills you. That would just be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's like, hey, we're gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna kill you. I was like, I don't want that.
There is one more comeback kid.
What else we got?
I don't know how you want to label it. Heartbreak, end of an era, divorce. Apparently Tom Brady and Giselle have hired divorce lawyers, according to the Washington Post.
Dude, we can't play into this. We should. It's not our business.
It hasn't been reported
so sick of
anywhere else, though. That's the crazy thing.
So sick of it.
No, I don't buy it because I don't buy it yet because literally no other news organization is running with it. It's like just the Washington Post, who kind of does this shit from time to time. But I mean, it's a good thing to excuse why Tom Brady hasn't been playing well. And the whole, I'm a 45-year-old man, I'm dealing with shit. Hey, maybe go spend time with your wife and don't play football for another season that you don't need, buddy.
Well, dude, we should just do a garbage tweet like that. That's just like no facts. Tweet out right now on Pass the Gravy account. Just be like, all caps, breaking news. and then Chrissy Teigen and John Legend filing for divorce, and then just find a picture of the two of them, like a just Google image search, and then save that picture and post it with it, and then post like whatever the first link you can find with with their names in it, and people will think it's a real legitimate news story, and they'll retweet it. Maybe we go viral.
I'm on it. Why does John Legend and Carrie Underwood come up underneath it too?
Are
they cheating?
People are saying he cheated on Chrissy Teigen with Carrie Underwood, and that's why they're filing for divorce. There we got a story right there.
Which picture should I use? Them smiling together, their wedding photo, him holding her baby bump, both of them with their two children on the couch.
Is there one of just like two of them, or it's like separate photos of them?
Nothing that's coming up. I've got a collage of photos of them. See, this is what's fucked up with them too. Every photo, they look like they're so in love. This is them at Disneyland. She looks angry in this photo. Yeah, I'm already past this. I've scrolled too long.
I got it. Okay, I'll do it. I'm in charge of this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So you said the Washington Post basically just made it up?
I don't know yet. It's been promoted. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I know that was the only one that I've seen like them actually tagged to it.
John Legend, Chrissy Teigen divorce.
Now it's on CNN. Tom Brady and Giselle have hired divorce lawyers. Source says.
Don't worry, I got this. Source is me, by the way. That's who the source is gonna be. But sources. Okay, so everyone who's tweeting is just saying source or reports. But what if he went back to Bridget Moynihan though? People are like, oh, he didn't care about his family. Like, well, you can't say that because he went back to his original family. That'd be a pretty sick move by him. Did 1 hour ago, did Man United ace Ronaldo ruin supermodel Giselle and Tom Brady's picture perfect marriage? Oh, that's from a British one, though. All they do is make up shit, so never mind. Dude, British newspapers are wild. They don't have to be even close to the truth when they report things. I don't think they have editors. Dude, so that's a pretty solid little tweet. Robert, in the video version, just throw the tweet that I posted because it you have to put the link because I just linked to Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, copy paste. So the link goes to just a story about the two of them, but people are gonna not read it and they're gonna retweet it and be like, "Oh my god, I told you."
Giselle ditches her wedding ring among divorce rumors.
Yeah, I don't really care. To me, it's a very personal thing. I don't understand why people are so worried about Tom Brady.
But also in this one, it's she took her two kids to the gym and wasn't wearing. Do people wear their wedding ring to the gym? It's the gym.
I don't think a lot. I don't think a lot of people do. But yeah, that's our Comeback Kid segment, guys. Celebrity divorce is also a comeback kid, I guess. Moving on, let's get to the What Would Jesus Do segment, where we tell you guys to tweet us at PassGreatPod. Use the hashtag PTGWWJD. Throw Jesus in a situation he would find himself in today's time, and we'll answer that question. Tell you what he would do in such a situation. Shout out this week though to. Who is it? Ricky Vargas at Rip Owned One. He is the saving grace for this week's What Would Jesus Do? We are going to do away with this segment if you guys don't keep sending us shit. He had to email us. We had to dig deep to find this one. We don't even accept emails usually, but because Ricky is a G and he's a fucking longtime listener and he's a badass, we're going to continue this segment for Ricky. All right. Not for everybody else, for Ricky. You guys just are leaving us out to dry. If you don't want to have the WWJD segment, that's fine. The next time we don't have enough, we're gonna scrap the segment, all right?
Yeah.
Only you can save the WWJD segment.
I think we have to do this once every 2 months now.
I do too, and I hate it.
We have to have this talk.
At PassGreatPod, hashtag PTGWWJD. Throw Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in today's times, and we'll tell you how he'd handle it. This is What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If he wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, again, this is from Ricky Vargas at RipOwned1. He did email this one to us. He says, if Jesus was a politician, what party would he be a member of? Or if he were to have his own party, what would they be called? I don't think he would be a part of any political party here in America because he was not American. But he would obviously be in the Savior Party. Like that.
And their mascot, their mascot's a lamb, right?
Probably.
Because he was the Lamb of God.
Yeah, it'd be a lamb or like a shepherd.
No, you got to have an animal. An animal has to be
so
there.
Lamb. But really, like, I always thought this was cool in Walking Dead because like Negan was the bad guys leader, but they were called the Saviors, and it was like I would go with them just because that sounds better.
I mean, they were pretty well
like,
organized too.
But Saviors, like, you're not gonna vote for the Savior Party. Like, I'm totally voting for the Savior Party. They're saving us. Like, that's what they do, or I would think. Like, I don't know how the Bull
I can't think of anything funny.
I don't know how the Bull Moose Party didn't win the election when old Teddy Roses ran under that, because I would have absolutely been like, Bull Moose Party, here's my vote.
I thought he did.
He didn't win that election. I think he ran again.
Are you sure? I could have swore he won under Bull Moose.
No, I don't think any party other than like a Republican or Democrat has won since like the very beginning when there were other parties.
The Whigs.
I'm Googling it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something funny for this, and I got nothing. Hey, nope, nothing.
Yeah. So
I'm just kidding.
George Washington was the first president, was in no party because he was appointed. Then we had John Adams was a Federalist Party.
Remember that?
Then the Democratic Republican Party with James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Andrew Jackson was a Democrat. William Henry Harrison, John Tyler were Whig. And Andrew Johnson was the National Union Party. But pretty much all after that. So since 1868, it's only been Republican or Democrat won an election. Bull Moose, I think that was in the Teddy term. He didn't win. But like I would have been like, absolutely.
It's a great party name.
It's a great party name, and I'm an idiot, so I vote based on things like that. But if you had the Saviors Party, that would be what I would go with. So I think that would be the name of Jesus's party if he was a politician.
You got anything better, Robert?
I'm trying to think, like, what's the name of a cool fish?
Swordfish.
Marlin.
What if he's the Marlin Party?
I'd vote for that too. Darling like a Marlin Party.
I feel like it could fit.
Orca
I
Party.
died for you sins, you fucks party. Like, you're like, well,
The
good
wine
point.
party.
Wine party. You'd get all the moms.
That's a big one.
It's a
That's a big one.
Big amongst women.
Hummus.
I bet Hillary would have won if she ran in the wine party.
No, she wouldn't have.
He's gonna wear shirts that say "Win in Wine."
Wine.
There you go.
Oh no, Ryder.
Jesus Wine 2024.
Print those shirts. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. But yeah, I would say the Savior Party is probably what I'd go with.
I got
Wine
nothing
party
better, so
would be a solid backup one. That was a good question, Ricky. Thanks for writing in, buddy, and thank you for saving this segment single-handedly. But what else we got? We have the not cool segment. A lot of stuff in life you may know is not cool. A lot of things are cool, but there are things that make you say, hey man, That's not cool. And that's what the not cool segment is about. You can submit to us your not cools. We'll read a couple of the best ones from listeners and viewers, and then we'll tell you our not cools. And I think I actually got a pretty good one this week. But one thing that will always be cool, that will never be not cool, is Southern Star Brewing Company. The only real not cool you could ever have associated with Southern Star Brewing Company is when you run out of a Southern Star. When you run out and you drink that last Southern Star beer, that's not cool. But there's nothing not cool about Southern Star. So go get your Southern Star. Pat's drinking the Bombshell Vit right now. I did see they had the Bombshell Pills. Saw they were canning the Bombshell Pilsners again.
Oh, I love that pills.
Oh yeah. You know, a lot of the, you know, the big name beers are they got their big Pilsners out there. Fuck them. Bombshell Pills crushes compared to that. There's something for everybody at Southern Star. That's the beauty of that. Like a lot of these beers, it's like, oh, this is what you get. This is what we have. This is what you get. Southern Star has a million different beers, basically. Not exactly a million, but I would imagine closer to a million than not a million. I mean, the regular Bombshell Blonde, nothing wrong with that. That's the one that brought them to the party. I love that. They have my favorite, the Strawberry Bombshell Blonde. They have the Sunday Brunch. Maybe you're not huge into beer. It's more like a beer mimosa. It's just like a mimosa in a can. You're going to love that. That's fucking awesome to drink with. It's very easy drinking. I mean, I know pool season's pretty much over, but like maybe you're hanging in the hot tub right now, a nice fall hot tub day or night, cracking open a cold Southern Star Brewing Company beverage is awesome. They have conspiracy theory, IPA. They got something for everybody. Go up to the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll hook you up. You can try out all of the taproom exclusive beers. And I mean, the taproom exclusive ones always end up being my favorites, I feel like, because you feel like you're part of some like special club where you're getting to try stuff that not everybody else is to try. The Storm the Beaches salt and lime beer, love that. That was they supplied the beer for my wedding. That was one of the beers we had, and everybody kept being like, this beer is awesome. There was not a beer that anybody was like, I hated this one. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, on the whole fucking planet. Best beer in the whole world. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy and the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, we'll start with some listener and viewer not cools that you guys sent to us, and I feel like there was a pretty good crop from you guys. So T's and P's to y'all for having a rough week. But Raimundo B. Navidez at Kmundo B is going to start us off. He's at Kmundo B on Twitter, and he says, some UPS employee opened my package, and yeah, it showed up already opened. Not great.
I will say, though, I saw that, and then I opened up the picture. Looks like he ordered a lightsaber. Can't blame the UPS employee. Like, oh my God, this is a lightsaber? I've got to play with it. I'll just tape the box back up together. I get it. Super not cool. That sucks for you. I get it. I get it from the UPS. Who knows if it was the UPS driver or if it was somebody in the packing, like somewhere along the way. Somebody with UPS did it. But, I mean, can you blame them, Mundo?
I think you can, because it's not cool.
Oh, no, it's very not cool, but can you blame them? So I see a lightsaber, I'm going to fucking open it up and play with it. It's a sick ass fucking thing. Which, by the way, send me a picture of your fucking lightsaber, dude. I want to see that shit. That looks awesome. And no, I did not mean your penis. But also, send it.
Send it. I was like, where are we going with that?
I was hoping one of you were going to talk.
No.
It looked like you froze on my screen because you're so still.
Oh, yeah. I want to see your lightsaber, bro.
T's and P's, though, brother. T's and P's. Our next one is from Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. And he says, this is probably the worst one of the week, I would say. He runs an auto shop, and he says, at work on Thursday, we had a customer bring their vehicle in, and the lift failed, which caused substantial damage to our customer's truck. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Robert, on the video version, will you attach the picture and the video that's on this? Because, oh my God,
Oh my
That
God.
fucking sucks. So then he also followed up with a video and just watch this shit. Like, fuck. Like, it's just sitting there. I guess it's just surveillance video. 20 seconds here. Oh, it's just chilling. Oh, wait, why? There's nobody there. Why is this lift doing this? It's going up. Okay. This doesn't seem like it should be doing that right now. Oh, no, there is some of this. So there was during business hours, but then this, it's tilting. It's falling. And it's falling. I feel like that's a good time for us to maybe bring back our favorite show on TV. What's up, guys? It's me, Rob Deerdeck. Yo. I got Chanel West Coast with me. Yo, so we're gonna go back. It is fall, so welcome to this segment. It's called Have a Nice Fall. Yo, so our boy Brandon, he sends this one in, and he's got his truck. His truck's up on the lift. It's just chilling. Yo, I'm gonna get my truck fixed. What could go wrong? That's cool. These people do this all the time. All right, they're just lifting my truck up. Everything's going well. Okay, tight. Oh, look at this. I can't wait to get my truck back tomorrow. And then, oh my God, what happened? My truck is destroyed. Oh my God, my truck is gone. And now how will I get to work? Yeah, that fucking sucks.
The worst part about that whole thing is that it's completely accurate in the delivery.
This is
my truck is
ridiculous.
going up. Like, it's just
This is
so bad.
Yap.
And just the way he would narrate it too. Oh, look, my truck, it's going up and it's lifted up. Oh, it's down. God,
That's the ridiculousness.
I hate it.
Tune in
CC's
next
in the
week
corner.
when we watch more stuff.
Your truck's not supposed to fall. I'm like, yes, thank you for that, Chanel. That helped. Great commentary.
Rewind that.
Yeah.
I got a DJ to do that because I can't just use the remote.
Brandon, that's
That's
gonna win. That's gonna win.
That
That's
fucking
gonna win.
sucks,
I'm sorry,
man.
dude. That sucks.
When you just sent the picture, like, I didn't realize he attached the video until today.
So
And the
literally,
picture-
as you said, there's a video.
The picture looks awful, but like, yeah, there's nothing you can do. It's not your fault. It's the fucking lift's fault. And T's and P's, brother. Let us know how that guy handled that, because I mean, I would imagine if y'all are fixing the damage to it, it's probably like, okay, whatever. But like,
I mean, that frame is fucked.
I would have been pretty upset.
I'm hoping there's some sort of lift failure insurance that you have.
I
Or
don't know. That's a thing.
I assume just the shop has like general insurance. I hope lift failure is covered in that.
Yeah. T's and P's.
Sorry, bud. And
That
also,
fucking sucks.
the whole time I thought that was like a yellow strap that was just there. I didn't realize that was metal that was in that guy's fucking truck.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bud.
All right, what we got next? From Josh Tree Cottle at Joshua Tree 713, the reigning two-time Pass the Gravy's MVP. He says the buses at my kids' school are supposed to be at the bus stop at 7. There is not an effing reason that they are still standing there waiting for them 30 to 40 minutes afterwards. So they missed most of first period, which is going to affect their grades. I mean, there's got to be somewhere you can get out of that, but being like, it's the bus's fault. It's not our fault.
I'm assuming he's meaning like, they missed 30 to 40 minutes of instruction. So that's shit that they're not going to learn as well. That could affect it. Because like, in no fucking way could the teacher be like, well, you missed this assignment. You weren't here to do it.
Yeah, you're relying on school transportation.
Because the public school transportation failed.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're
Also, not to mention that like they're responsible for picking up fucking children. They need to be on time. I don't know if like a driver called in sick late. You need to plan for that and have backup drivers.
Maybe the buses were getting fixed and the lift failed.
They're literal children. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think we've all been there where our bus was super late one day.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was. I don't.
But it's always
I don't know.
tight as a student because you're like, I don't have to go to class.
I don't know if it was ever 30 to 40 minutes late though. Like I remember maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes late where you're just standing there like, is the bus coming today? Like, at what point do I just have to walk to school or not go?
Well, and as a parent though, like if you're like waiting on your kids to see your kids off to the bus to then go to work, like that holds you up, which is a whole other thing that causes. So, like that's not cool on both ends as well. Like I'm not gonna just leave because if you have a younger kid, like you're not just gonna let your kid be standing on the street now. So like, yeah, I can see like why a lot of parents would be like, well, I was gonna go to work, but I had to wait 30, 45 more minutes before I could go because my kid didn't get picked up in time.
See, the weird thing for me was like, I never even took the bus in elementary school. I used to walk to school every day in elementary because it was that fucking close. I think I took the bus a little bit in junior high and like, I think once or twice in high school.
I was a bus kid except for high school. I did not do high school buses.
No, I always had a buddy pick me up. But I mean, I would, no matter what, I lived close enough to my schools where I could walk, like if any problem ever arises. But like my parents were just like, all right, we're going to work. Bye. Get to school.
Figure it out.
Like even in elementary, I was just like, no, they were there. My mom didn't always have to be in super early in the morning. My dad did, but it was just like, yeah, school's that direction. Go. Figure it out. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, I lived in the neighborhood where the school was situated. If I couldn't find it there, then there was serious problems about whether or not I was ready for school. So it was okay. But yeah, that's
P's and P's, bro. That does suck. Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix says, "Her not cool is construction next door. They damaged our tree and now it has to come down so it won't fall in the house. They knocked off some siding off of the garage and had to take down our fence too." And then she sent some pictures and just like, yeah, on your neighbor, like when it's your neighbor's house and like you're having to deal with like the noise and all that shit. My brother and his fiance have a house that they're renting right now, and they were like fixing up the house next to them, and it's kind of just like that loud noise at all hours of the day for him, but they're not having to fuck with his house. So that's one thing he's got over yet. But yeah, that does fucking suck. Just having to deal with all that, having to have your fence taken down, having a dog, like I guess we gotta walk dogs all the time now. Okay.
I know. See, that's what, like, this is so fucking baffling to me that they're like, we have to take. Bye, Sam. I see Sam in the background waving. Tell her I said bye, Robert.
She says bye.
She just
too.
waved back. Yep, I saw that. I was waiting for it.
Good.
Yeah, that's the one that still blows my mind the most is that they're like, we have to take down your fence. I'd be like, no, you fucking don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You really don't.
No,
You don't. You don't have to go all the way up to my fence line. You can stop 6 inches short and not fuck up my fence. I've got dogs. This is my property. The fence is on part of my property. You can't remove it. Then they fuck up the siding of the house, which she said she was going to replace anyway because they fuck that. Make them replace it. They fucked it up. Apparently, at some point, they are going to redo the fence. Yes, they fucked it up. Now they fucked up a tree as well that gave shade into your backyard that has to be taken down so it doesn't fall on your house. They're completely fucking up the property value of your home. And they're just like, sorry.
Not okay.
Not our problem. We're just doing a job. Yeah, you're doing it fucking poorly. How about you don't hit the building that's right there, huh? It's a building. It's pretty fucking big, pretty hard to miss. And you're still just running into the siding of the garage. This is the worst construction company ever.
Yeah, fuck them. Unless they're owned by somebody that's Italian. And then I think at that case, you just have to let it go.
I hope some altruistic lawyer just knocks on your door like, hey, I want to take your case for free. I'm going to get them for $40 million because they're fucking incompetent.
Actually, check and see if they are like owned by an Italian. Because if so, you might be dealing with, some mafiosos, and then we're going to have to send our buddy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ocho,
No,
the Ocho
yeah,
man.
it does.
We'll have the Ocho.
We got Ocho.
It's me, the Ocho man. Look, I understand what you're doing. This would be fine if it were to a regular citizen, but this is to one of the members of the Gravy Gang. We do not fuck with them. All right? Now,
the Gravy Gang is a protected class.
This is a warning. I would really hate if I had to return here. Let's just say if I have to return here, it's not just going to be me and my 8 legs. It's going to be me and some friends with 8 legs too.
I'm going to bring 8 families.
It'd be unfortunate if 8 of your workers' legs were to be broken because you could not Leave the gravy gang alone.
Yeah, Ashley, that fucking sucks. I hate that for you. I'm sorry.
T's and P's.
Maybe what you should do is start walking your dog into the construction zone at night, or your dogs, and let them shit all over the construction zone.
If there was a fence, this wouldn't happen.
Be like, oh, sorry, my dogs keep getting out. I want them to stay inside the fence, but they won't, and they just like shitting in your area.
That's a solid strategy.
Maybe if you put the fence back up, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, something to think about.
Or walk them in the backyard, then just throw the shit into the construction zone. Like pick up the shit.
That too, yeah.
And then just throw it in the construction zone.
Both of those are good ideas.
Yeah.
But again, check to see that if they're Italian or not.
Or if they have cameras.
Or that too. All right.
Yeah.
Next one is from David Ruiz at David_Ruiz90 on Twitter. And David says, his not cool is having my zipper break early in the morning at work and having to staple it back together since going back home was not an option.
I would pay money.
Stapling like the crotch back together?
Yeah. I would pay money to walk into the room while he was just stapling what looked like his dick. I think that's got to be the funniest visual I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I mean, it's not cool that your zipper breaks, but like, wouldn't you just go fly down that day?
I think he works with younger children, so that's super inappropriate for a dude.
Okay, fair.
Actually,
fair.
I mean, kids at any age, they're all minors. Well,
I mean, I know as younger kids, we're supposed to like have like a backup set of pants in case a kid pisses himself or something. Maybe have a backup set of pants as a teacher from now on.
Yeah, maybe
this was
keep
that day. Have a backup pair. You never know.
Keep some gym shorts in like the bottom drawer of your desk. It's a learn. Hey, I think he's. Why not? Why not?
Like not a gym teacher.
Coaches
kids,
wear fucking.
Like,
yeah, dude. Just tell him. Be like, yeah, dude. My zipper broke on my pants. I had to put these on today. Whatever.
No, you gotta go pants. I think you go pants. Have a backup. Just bring another pair. Just leave it there in case this happens again.
You could have gone to the nurse and be like, hey, you know how we have those gray pants for when girls wear shit that's inappropriate? Yeah. I need a pair.
Done that. Could have done that. But yeah, dude, that does suck. And
then you use that as a teaching lesson when the kids are like, why are you wearing those? And they're like, and you're just like, my zipper broke. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You just, stuff happens in life.
Fine.
You roll with it.
Yeah. You just adapt.
Teaching lesson.
Yeah, it's a teaching lesson. And then you're doing your job at the same time. It's perfect.
Big facts.
Sorry that happened, bro. Last listener and viewer submitted not cool this week from Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ and she says her not cool is my dog fighting the fence and tearing up his face. Now he's in a cone of shame. He's still a good boy, first off, but yeah, that sucks.
Oh, poor puppy. I want to see the picture of him in the cone of shame though.
Him, assuming his nose is okay, give him a boop from us. If his nose is not okay or boopable, wait until it is, and then give him a boop and let him know that it's from Alex and Pat, and not Robert. Robert would give him like a stern pat on the head.
Yeah.
So do that too.
Stern pat.
2 boops.
Pat.
Two nose boops and just a firm pat. Watch the video version of this to make sure you know what I'm doing. But just a pat.
I want. Give him an extra cookie for me.
And and a treat.
Give him a butt scratch. Tell him not to fight the fence.
Let him know it's from us. All right. Those are our listeners submitted not cools at Past Great Pod, #PTG not cool. If you'd like to submit yours in throughout the week. Who wants to go first? I can go first. I think I have a pretty good one.
Go for it.
And this is also a scenario where it's like a learning thing as well for me, maybe, because I feel like I should have handled this better. I could have, or maybe should I not have done anything. So I was in Jamaica last week. Not to brag, was on my honeymoon, but on the way back, our flight got delayed, and I was like, maybe that's going to be my not cool. But it was only like an hour, and there was like football, and I was watching a soccer game at the same time, so it was like, okay, not the worst thing. I didn't really have anywhere to be Saturday night when we were coming back. But I was like, so I'm not gonna, like, the delay is not gonna be not cool. So not cool. Get on the flight. Emma had to go do a TSA pre-check, or TSA, like they randomly decided to search her bag, so she had to get all of her stuff searched. It's Southwest, so she gets on before me after her search, and she saves me a spot. She's by the window, and I was like, all right, cool. Like, we're just two people together. Like, on our flight to Jamaica, it was not a full flight, and we had our own row. That was kind of tight. But like, this was a very packed flight, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna do the natural thing. I want to sit next to my wife, so I'm gonna sit in the middle. She wants the window. I'll sit in the middle. Okay, cool, whatever. Nice of us to leave the aisle seat open. There were about 2-3 people still boarding, and everybody else picked their seats, and I was like, oh, we may actually have a seat that's open right next to us. This is gonna be awesome. And that was not the case. Then I see the last woman on the plane is, I'm gonna be as polite as I can be. She was hefty. She was a hefty woman. I would say, again, not fat shaming at all, but she was very large. So large, in fact, that like her first move when she sat down was to lift up the armrest to my left. And I was like, that's a weird move. Okay. Then she puts her bag in the overhead compartment, sits down, and doesn't stop sitting down. It kind of just keeps sliding and sliding and sliding. And eventually my left knee, my outside knee closest to her, is in the middle, it's in the middle of my seat. So like halfway to my tray, like my tray table, my left knee is in the middle of that. It would be in the middle of the tray table if I pulled it down. Emma has her armrest down, and I'm not going to like slide over and take up part of Emma's spot. So then I just have my ribs kind of shoved into the armrest to my right. She looks at me and says, is everything okay? And I just was like, yeah, I guess. Like,
because what are you gonna say?
That was my thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna,
really,
ma'am, you're very large, and this is making it very uncomfortable for me to be sitting here. She asked for the seatbelt extender. You're allowed to do that, not shaming her for that. But like, she should have had to buy 2 seats, right? Like, she should have had to, she is what, like, not fat shaming here. She is somebody that should have had to buy 2 seats.
Yeah, I'm big on fucking planes.
That was why you did keto. You did keto, so you did not have this situation happen.
I can fit myself into my area on my plane. Yeah, my shoulder, because I do have wide shoulders too, might be a little bit into the guy next to me, but you know what? You can put down that fucking divider between me, and I'm never gonna go over the middle of it. Like, if I'm in the middle, the rules are middle seat gets the armrests. Aisle seat gets armrest and on the outside, and then window seat gets like you get the window, you get little half of an armrest right there. That's just the common rules of flying. If I was next to that woman, the seating would not have worked. Only because you are not a big like you're, I don't want to say you're a small man, but you're slender. If I was next to this woman, she would not have been able to take that seat. And if you can't take the seat next to somebody who completely fills their area, you need to buy 2.
I'm tweeting out from my PT.
And that's not a rude thing to say, but it's just like, I should be able to sit. I paid for my full seat. If you spill over one seat into the next one, like if your body does, like I said, my shoulders do, it's the frame. It is what it is. If your stomach is spilling into my seat and your legs, and here's the other thing, guys, you got to take a ball. So when you got fat legs, you got to cross your legs. And you're going to sit uncomfortably for the next couple hours. But guess what? I keep all my shit in my fucking area.
But what that meant, like when she slid over there and like lifts the thing up, like I'm just kind of stuck there. Okay. Like, and I was
that would have been great if she started to lift it and you just slammed your arm on it. Like, nope.
But like, I don't know the etiquette on that, man. And it's like, I can't, there's no more seats. Do. It's not like I'd be like, ma'am, can you not sit here? There were no other seats she could sit in. She should have had to buy another thing. Like my whole thing was like, it was an international flight. I didn't want to cause a stink. Didn't
Nope.
want to be that
Nope,
guy.
you don't want to do
Didn't
that.
want to be that guy. Like she asked me if it was okay, and I had already been like, yeah, I guess.
Dude, that would have been great if you looked at her and go, it's an international flight. What am I gonna say? I gotta get
Like
home.
the flight attendant looked at me and like saw it, and like I like both times the cart down the aisle went by, she got hit in the knee because she was also like halfway into the fucking aisle. Like she was a big girl, and that's fine, but she should have had to get like an aisle seat and a middle seat. Like that should have. She was in a seat and a half, and half of that was my seat. So then I'm only in a half a seat, and like I couldn't reach. Like I tried to get my phone out because I was going to listen to a podcast, and I had to like reach like down her leg into my pocket and then like fiddle around, and like she tried to move, but like there was not room, and it was like then like I can't put my phone back in my pocket. Can't put my phone back in my pocket at that point. So then I'm just like, okay, I can't pull my tray table down. So when Emma finally has her tray table down, I'm like, can I just set my phone here? Like I just need to just have it sit here.
Oh
and
my
so then
God.
I was like kind of tired. I was like, I'm gonna try and doze off. It's really hard, like while you have an armrest in your rib cage and you're just sitting there. It was a 2-hour and 55-minute flight.
You should have put your head on
the
her
runway.
shoulder.
I did do that thing. So I did doze off for a little bit, but I also had that thing happen where like when you start to fall asleep and you have that feeling like you're falling and then you jerk back up. Like
Yep.
I did that, and she like looked over at me, was like, is everything okay? And like she was Jamaican, so she had the cool Jamaican accent, and I was like, no, like I can't be mean to, like, it's hard to be mean to anybody that's Jamaican because they just have cool accents, like, and they're so like friendly. And she was trying to be nice, and like she thought I didn't speak English at one point, and I was like, no, I said yeah, I guess. Like she's like, no English, and like I had headphones in, I didn't know what she was saying, and like she was trying to make a comment, like I don't know what she was saying.
What did you think you were Dutch?
I don't know, man. I was trying to just get through it at that point. I was like, this is just going to be a thing I do for 3 hours now. That's fine. All right. This is going to suck. But like, I was getting back. That was the end of my vacation. I was like, I already got my not cool for next week. Cause like, I can't be like, hey, flight attendant, this lady's too big. Like, I'm not going to try and get somebody kicked off a flight. Not going to try and get that. Like, that makes me look like the asshole.
At least if you had done it, she was Jamaican, she would have been home already.
But then am I like a, what is it? A xenophobe? Because I'm like, no, you can't come here.
Well, if anything, they probably would have called you fat phobic. Just deal with it. That would have been funny if you just looked at her like, hey, so are you gonna reimburse me for half of my ticket? Because like I get half of my seat.
But then I hate big people. I would be racist. I would be sexist. And I would be xenophobic. Like I would have checked every single box. Somebody would have ripped out a phone. They would have got it out of context and be like, look at this guy.
Ouch.
Look at this guy. And like, I would have been on a fucking thing being like, God, like I'm not going to blow my gasket right here. I thought I was very proud of myself for like just shutting up. I just like, all right, whatever. Headphones in, gonna listen to a couple podcasts, gonna just hate it. I'm just gonna hate this. And I'm like this the whole way. Just like this, the entire, if you're watching the video version, I am slid over, like, you know,
your shoulders facing forward.
Like you said, we got balls. They weren't comfortable. For 3 hours. We were out on the runway. We had to wait about 20, 30 minutes before we taxied out to like get to take off. So like, it's just at that point, it's uncomfortable already. And like, I didn't know how to handle this situation. Did I handle it correctly by just eating that and just doing nothing? Because I think that's the way to do it. There's no like, is there any other way I could have handled it that doesn't make me look like an asshole no matter what? Because I think it's not my fault. It's not my fault. She is that large. It may not be her fault. Maybe something's up. But also, like, you should know at that point, like, you know how big you are. Pat, you went on keto. I got to use you as the example when I like, because I couldn't talk to Emma about it for fucking 3 hours too, which is the worst part. Because it's like you want to, oh my God, can you fucking believe this? Like she leaned over at one point and was like, I am so sorry. I was like, whatever. And the lady got up to go to the bathroom at one point, which was the highlight of my flight because then
you're like,
and like the guy that shared the aisle with us, that was the other part, just was kind of like looking at me like his eyes were just wide open, like, And I just smiled. I was like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, I didn't say anything, just was like, gave him like, what are you gonna do, man? Smile. And then she came back, and like I had kind of tried to establish more territory a little bit. I should have put the armrest down, but I was like, that's mean.
That's aggressive.
She obviously can't fit in the seat if I do. I tried to establish some more ground, and it just went right away because she had more mass than I did. There was nothing I could do, and there wasn't anything she could really do at that point either, other than she should have had to buy another fucking plane ticket. She should have had to buy 2 tickets or 2 seats, because like when they had the bar cart go down, it hit her both times. And like, she was really struggling to try and slide into my seat without just being all the way in my seat. And it was a whole thing, man. And like, I don't know. I got the short straw on that flight.
I'm tempted to give you the winner of not cool, even though one of our not cools is his equipment failing and damaging somebody's vehicle.
I think that's better.
That one still wins, but holy shit, this is bad for you. Alex, I'm gonna tell you, unless you blatantly just stood up and like, this fat fuck is too fat next to me, I think most people would understand you being mad about the situation, just because everybody hates a fat person on an airplane. You know who hates fat people on the airplanes, Alex? Fat people. Because if we get put next to one of them, it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't work.
And my whole thought was like, I think I was one of the smaller males on the plane. I was probably the best candidate for her to be sitting next to.
Actually, so it is a thing to think about. Like, if you have 2 people getting on a plane, and you're getting on a plane with your fiance or your wife or whatever the fuck you're doing, your girlfriend, your friend, whatever it is, and you see one guy or one girl sitting by themselves and they're a normal sized person, and you're both normal sized people, and there's plenty of empty rows, take the seat. Take those seats. And then if there's extra room to where the plane isn't full, just move. But just you look at them and go, hey, in case this plane is full, we're all normal sized people. That way nobody fat is sitting next to us. You cool? If there's extra room, we're going to move. We'll make more room, okay? And I think everybody in that situation would be like, yeah, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. Let's do that. So now you know, in the future, tell Emma, if there's a normal sized person, you guys are getting on a plane and she pre-boards before you, sit next to the normal sized person and we'll spread it out after. This is a good lesson for all of us.
Were you guys in the same boarding group, you and Emma? You went Southwest, right?
Yeah, we went Southwest. So I was actually boarding group B. She was boarding group C, but because she was randomly selected to have her stuff searched, she, like, after she got it searched, they're like, well, you can just get on right here. So she actually got on before I did and stayed to C, because the very first time I was in A and she was in B, and I just got on and was like, I'm just gonna hold this tight. Like, I got a spot for you. And like, people are pretty cool. You're like, in fact, I'm waiting for my wife. Like, you're pretty good on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially boarding group A. There's still plenty of other spots on the plane.
Yeah, and this lady was boarding group C, and it was just like, there was no other seats. There were no other seats. So like, I can't be mad at her for sitting in the only empty seat.
Yeah, that is the worst thing on the plane. When the last boarding group was coming up.
When I saw her, I was like,
when you've got your seat set and there's one seat next to you in the aisle, or in your thing, and your row has one seat left, and you're just watching the plane get fuller and fuller and fuller, and you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna have an extra seat.
Because like, I'm glad it was me and not Emma, because I wouldn't have wanted Emma to be uncomfortable the whole time. Big husband move on me.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
Like, should I have been like, we're gonna do aisle and middle and then make her do window? Well, like, that wouldn't have worked either. That wouldn't have been fair. That would have almost been worse for her.
Oh yeah, no, because at least with the aisle, she could spill into that. If she had the window, she'd been 3/4 of the way into the seat next to her.
And she did like looking out the window on my end. So like,
you should have looked at her.
So it was like, when she did that, like, it was like right there. And then every time she'd turn her hair the other way, like, she had long hair, so it would like kind of whip me. And it was just like, there were so many levels to the whole thing.
If you had just looked at her and like,
this is a terrible situation where I can't really say anything.
If you had just been like, I need you to buy me a couple drinks. That would have been
Then I
funny.
seem like I'm an entitled asshole. Like,
No,
but
not
I couldn't pull
entitled.
my fucking tray table down.
You know what you're entitled to? Your tray table and your full seat. And you had neither one of those.
I couldn't do it. So I was just like, all right.
Like when she got up to the bathroom, if you had just looked at like the stewardess, like, hey,
that was like the best 2 minutes.
I
of
don't
the
like
flight.
I'm really not. I don't want to cause a problem. I understand it's unfortunate situation. Can I get some free drinks over here?
Can I just sit in the back thing that you sit on? Can I just do that? Like,
Yeah, like
please?
is there an extra jumper seat?
Can
like
I sit in the aisle? No,
like it's safe. It's safe for
you.
you guys to land in that. Can I land in that too? Because this sucks. But I literally like that would have been great if like the stewardess walked by or she got up to go to the bathroom. You went and found a stewardess. Like, listen, you know who I'm sitting next to. Can I just get like 4 or 5 whiskeys like for free for not causing a problem about this? And if they're like, no, you're like, okay, I just figured I'd ask because I'm miserable. And then you sulk back to your seat, and maybe a nicer flight attendant hears that and walks by you and goes, here's one for you. And you're like, all right, I got a little booze in my system. Everything's a little bit better. But
I mean, I felt like I handled it as well as I could.
Here's the big question. Was she sweaty? Like, did she stink or was she just big?
She did not stink.
Okay, that's good.
Wasn't overly sweaty. Like, it could
everyone
have been
knows,
worse,
everyone
but
knows
it wasn't
fat people
great.
do tend to stink too.
It wasn't great. And like, also like just part of the added part of that was like, then I had to wait 3 hours until Em and I could get off the plane. We had to go through customs. The lady was near us in customs, so you couldn't talk about it there. Shout out to Sam Houston though for winning. They beat Stephen F. Boston for the 11th consecutive year while I was
Happy
in
for you, bud.
customs. So I was able to concentrate on that and not trying to like explain what happened or talk to him about it. But then like the second we got out after we called our Uber, I was like, so like about who I was sitting next to on the plane. How about that? And it was like, oh my God. And I couldn't talk to him. Like, because sometimes like you can do like we'll text on our phone, but like don't hit send and you just kind of show it to the other person. It's like, there was no way, like it would have been so obvious I was doing that. Like I tweeted out a picture. Robert's gonna throw it in the video version, but like you can basically just see where my leg is and where her leg is, and my leg is middle of my
It's so bad. It's such a bad picture. Did you retweet it too? Oh no, I guess you don't need to, but
I'll retweet the past gravy as well. Maybe if we're going viral for our Chrissy Teigen tweet, we won't need to. But yeah, that was my not cool. You guys agree with me? Like I handled that about as good as you could.
Yeah, you did a good job, buddy.
I don't think me complaining would have done anything to make it better. Like it would have just made me look like an asshole, and it was a lose-lose situation. Like they're not gonna like. I would have felt like an asshole if this woman got kicked off the plane or told she couldn't be on the plane because she was too big. Like then I feel like an asshole. And then,
yeah, I mean, like best case scenario is just somebody else goes on the plane, like raises their hand, and they're like, "Well, I'll change seats."
But it would have probably been somebody bigger than me. So then they would have also been uncomfortable, and it would have been more so for them. So I was like, not big of me to just be the martyr, like Jesus. You know, I take some of the brunt of all that. I suffered for the rest of the passengers on that plane. Big of me. Big of me.
Big of you.
I should have got to skip customs.
Yeah, you should.
I should have got to skip customs. I still don't understand customs.
Chaz McCormick, home run. All right.
I don't understand what customs are for. They're like, do you have coffee or alcohol or these things? Show them to us. Okay. And I'm like, I have t-shirts and a hat. And like, good. Go on.
And a sick photo that I recreated from The Office.
Yeah, we did create. That was pretty tight.
That was a dope one. Yeah.
No,
you did a good job, buddy. I'm proud of you.
All right, cool. What do you guys got?
I'll go next. I went 3-0 on my gambling picks for Gravy Gambles. Most people would be like, that's good, Pat. Why is that not cool? Well, because every single week I also parlay all of my picks together, and I forgot to do it this week. So I've lost every single one of them so far. And the one where I would have won an extra, I mean, it would have been what, plus 350, plus 400. Yep. I just flushed cash away by forgetting to do it this week.
You know, honestly though, if you had parlayed it, it wouldn't have hit.
Oh, it would have, because my picks were that good this week.
Not doing it
I'm in the zone.
You were able to hit all 3 of your bets because the gambling gods knew you hadn't parlayed it. If you do parlay it, it's never gonna hit. It's never gonna hit.
That's true. Parlays are such a sucker bet, but I should have had more money. I cost myself money, and I fucked up, and I hate it.
That they almost hit that bet. That I thought about doing that, and then you don't, and then you see it hit. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. Right? God damn it! I was gonna bet that, and I didn't. Yeah.
Josh Allen, anytime touchdown score, good idea. I'll do him and Stephon Diggs. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna go Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs didn't score. Josh Allen did score. I felt like an idiot.
Yeah, it's the worst. My other one was, since I had Wednesday off, me and some friends went bowling Wednesday night. A lot of fun. I didn't bowl well until the third game because I went back. I was trying to use a curve, couldn't find it. But not that. It's after the third ball I threw, because I have a traditional bowling finish where I'm just on the left leg. My right leg kicks behind it. I've got that like strong finish. And when you do that, all of your body weight's being thrown into your hip on that left leg. And after the third ball, I was like, oh, my hip joint is going to be really sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I knew it. And I woke up the next morning, and guess what? My hip joint was really sore the next day. And then I woke up the next day and it was still sore. Like, no, this happens. I go bowling like once a year, and the next day my hip is sore. 2 days. This was a 2-dayer. I guess I'm getting fucking older. But holy shit, I was literally limping the next day. My hip was so sore. Like if I really focused, I didn't have to. But if I just kind of walked normally, my body would just naturally fall into a fucking limp. And I was like, this sucked. Like I kept trying to find like weird ways to stretch it. The only way I could stretch it was by like lifting my left knee up and then all the way out to the side. So I'm just like exposing my pelvis. And that's the only stretch that would give me any relief. Dude, that fucking sucked. I was not a fan of that, but bowling was fun. I always like bowling.
Bowling is always cool.
Yeah. Plus, you know what's cool about bowling is you bowl with girls that have nice butts. You just get to look at nice butts. So that's fun.
That's a good add-on, yeah.
Yeah. So that was worth the hip pain.
There you go.
That's all I got.
Not cool.
But butts are cool. What about you, Robert?
Butts very cool.
I'm having to start like the holiday budgeting now, where I'm just gonna see all the money just like disappear, because I have like 2 birthdays this month that I had to get presents for. One of them being Sam. And then next month also is my brother. And then there's Black Friday deals. I gotta get it. Like that's when you do all the Christmas shopping. And then of course there's Christmas. So like I'm already like mentally planning all this money. It's gonna be gone. And that's
that's not ever fun. That's actually a good reminder that I should start budgeting, as I just spent like $200 on NFLshop.com buying Giants gear because I was happy that there were 3-1. So I was like, I should treat myself to lots of money after I just spent money on a vacation. That is like, I have like a cluster as well in like my family. So like you have Christmas. My dad's birthday is the 28th. My brother's birthday is the 31st. Emma's birthday is January 30th. So it's like Christmas, all these gifts for other people, birthday. And and then Valentine's Day on top of that too. Although like we don't have to go crazy on Valentine's Day, but like that is the worst, where like this is going to be the most expensive 2-month period of my year. Just got to start preparing for it. And that's a great reminder that maybe I should have not done all the spending I did today.
I'm so close. Like, okay, so me and my siblings,
I don't buy anybody's shit.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna say.
Me and my siblings for years, we've always been like, dude, let's just not get each other anything. Like, what are we gonna do? Get each other booze? Like, we all know none of us really want shit. I'm so close to just going to my parents and just feeling like, dude, I'm the youngest and I'm 32. Do we gotta keep doing this present shit? Like, let's just get each other a nice couple of bottles. You guys get me a bottle. I'll get you guys a nice couple bottles.
Socks.
You know what my Christmas present is this year? I'm trying to convince my brother to move out of their fucking house. That's my present to you this year. Get rid of the fucking stress of Tucker Carlson Jr. living in your fucking third room. Okay. Let's just, that way I don't give. Because by the way, it's so goddamn hard shopping for your parents.
Just
What the
give
fuck do they
them
need?
Pass the Gravy podcast t-shirts. K for
That's
Southern
actually a good
Star.
idea.
Pass the Gravy podcast t-shirts. We also have socks now. Hats. Your dad likes hats. Get him a dad hat.
He would.
Pass the
He
Gravy
would
dad hat.
actually. I think he would actually very much like the socks because those socks are so fucking nice.
Those socks are fucking
By the way, guys.
bomb.
So, and I've said this for years.
PassGravyMerch.com.
As a child, you get socks and you would fucking hate it. As an adult, you get them. You're like, this is fucking awesome, guys. Good thing you brought this up, Robert. Get the PTG socks. They are so goddamn comfortable.
They got that bounce to it, like when you're
dude,
like
a little bit
just walking barefoot with or just socks only, no shoes, and just like it's got that little like pep in your step.
And they're high socks, so they've got that, but they're on that nice
Not too high,
balance.
not knee high.
They're not, but they've got the nice balance where they go up high, but they give you a little compression, so it's comfortable. But they're not super tight, so that when you peel off the sock, all of a sudden your calf is two different sizes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. And
When
they
it just
don't slide
beats the
down.
shit.
They don't slide
They
down
don't.
either.
But it has that nice, you know what I know, that nice compression hug
Yeah.
where it's just like you don't feel it, but it feels comfortable at the same time, but you don't feel it. I don't know how to describe that.
No, it's
But those
perfect.
socks-
That's exactly what it is.
I honestly, I think those socks might be the highest quality shit we've ever put out in the store. We've got some good shit on
That
there, but
and the
those
hats.
socks,
Those and
socks,
hats are,
I love a good.
Yeah,
I'm a big sock guy too. I love a good pair of socks.
me too. Me too.
So,
But
ladies,
yeah,
if your guys need something,
PassGravyMerch.com.
get them the socks.
But to get
That's-
that for your parents,
that's what I'll do this
give
year.
them some
I'm just-
Southern Star and get them some from Little M Shop.
Because other than that, like you try and like I've said for years, it's easy to shop for my mom. I get my mom a nice bottle of whiskey, and she likes that. My mom's a drinker too. My dad he drinks wine, he does whatever. Dude, how do you shop for dads? Hey, dad, I got you a hose. You know that thing that's on it's always on TV. I see it on TV, that hose that expands. I got you the hose. Hey, I got you a new shovel. Hey, dad, I got you shit to do work with. What do you buy your fucking dad? You know what my dad enjoys doing? Drinking and watching the Red Sox. But he drinks wine and I don't know shit about wine. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Red Sox stuff.
He tries. My house is filled with shit that my parents didn't want anymore. And I mean filled. Like, Alex, anytime you want to come by and just look through my house and see some shit that you might want, and I'm not just talking about like sports gear, which it mainly is, but like I've got fucking chairs, I've got all these kinds of shit that my dad just didn't want. Actually, once you get a house, I've got a fucking patio, an outdoor patio set of furniture that's been in my garage for 4 fucking years that we've never used, man.
We're gold.
I've got so much shit, so I can't get my dad anything because in 6 months he's just gonna try and give it back to me because he doesn't want shit in his house anymore.
Yeah,
it's impossible. So I'm just gonna tell my parents, like, listen, I'm gonna get you guys a nice bottle of booze. You get me a nice bottle of booze. We'll call it Christmas.
And give them Pass the Gravy stuff.
Maybe that'll be next year. Because like, oh God, this is gonna get dark real quick. I think we still need to have like full on Christmas for my grandfather. I don't know if we're gonna need to do that next year.
I get.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think in the future, the rest of my family will be cool. It's just like, let's just chill. Everyone come together. We'll have some cocktails. We'll have a good dinner. Everyone go home.
And Pass the Gravy merch. Nobody can go wrong with
And
that.
Pass the Gravy merch.
And like dads like supporting their sons. Like I know your dad was like he wore a Cinco Ranch baseball shirt.
Oh, my dad would like a good hoodie. I'll give him a good hoodie. He'll like that.
He's like, my son does this podcast. It's my son's podcast. Like he'll be fucking stoked.
Oh,
Remember
no,
when my dad
here's
came
how
out
that
to the
conversation
beer
would go.
for the beer release. When my dad showed up, what was he
Oh,
wearing? He was wearing Pass the Gravy gear. He wears his Pass the Gravy dad hat. Like he loves supporting his son.
Here's how that conversation would go. Someone will go, "What's that hoodie?" He'd be like, "It's a podcast my son does." He'd be like, "Oh, what's it about?" My dad will go, "I don't fucking listen to that shit. My wife does sometimes. It's bullshit. I don't like it." That would be my dad say. He's like, "I'm not going to listen to that dumb shit." One of my dad's best friends, he's like, "Yeah, I tried to listen once." And I was like, "Yeah, the pews killed you." He's like, "Yeah." And then after that, I didn't like it either. And I was like, "Yeah, I get it. You're not our target demographic. We're not going for men in their 60s. Women who like to have a couple cocktails and laugh at some bullshit, just skip the beginning, jump like 30 minutes into any episode, and just we'll be talking about random shit. It's funny at that point."
But Robert,
yeah.
it's not cool is that it's time to start saving money, and you know you're about to start spending a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money
That's just,
to be
like,
spent.
That
But-
feeling where you're just like.
But if you use do we still have a code for the PTG store? Or no?
Not right now, but maybe there'll be one.
when we do the sweaters again,
Teaser.
Maybe there'll
when we
be
do
one.
this,
Oh
the
yeah,
Christmas sweaters when they come back out,
get your dad a box hunter sweater. I swear to God,
He'll
he'll love that
fucking
at
love it.
Christmas.
he's hunting blocks.
Your mother loves this sweater, if you know what I mean, son.
All right. If you got a PTG not cool, hashtag PTG not cool at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter. Moving on, we have the answers segment where if you have any questions, pitches, we do the Precome segment beforehand where we get all of our random thoughts, ideas, questions, pitches out of the way. If you got any of those, hit us up. No such thing as a stupid question at Pass the
Stupid
Gravy Pod.
people.
Hashtag PTG answers. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. The answers segment is brought to you this week by the Gravy Gambles Show. Go give Gravy Gambles a follow at Gravy Gambles on Twitter. Pat and I are giving you our NFL picks every single week. We put out the episode on Fridays at 1:30, and on Sundays you can watch it at 10 a.m. before NFL kickoff. We basically did this as a segment in previous years. It was the PTG pick segment. We realized maybe not everybody cares about gambling, so why don't we make it its own thing? It's about 10-15 minutes max, and it's me and Pat giving you our 3 picks for that week, and then pretty much explaining it, agreeing or disagreeing with one another, talking a little bit more about what we're doing NFL Sunday, bets wise, and some other stuff we like, and that's it. It's a quick in and out. You're gonna love it. My buddy Donatello Michelangelo Leonardo also does a show called Bet the House. We put that out at 11, so you can watch Gravy Gambles and still be able to watch Bet the House. You'll have all of your winning bets ready to go before kickoff on NFL Sunday. But Gravy Gambles on the Pass the Gravy Podcast YouTube channel. Go search Pass the Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. You can watch all of the episodes of the podcast that we do. If you're not watching us on YouTube right now, I don't know what you're doing. Smash the subscribe button. Robert works very hard at putting all the videos and the pictures that we are talking about. He'll throw those up there on the video version of the podcast. Pass Gravy Podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's also available on our Facebook page as well. But 1:30 on Fridays, that's when Gravy Gambles comes out. And then 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. It's all Central Time. The Gravy Gambles Show, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. Skylar Lester, our podcast son, at OMG It's Skylar on Twitter, says, is the biggest revelation that 303 taught us, the band 303, is the biggest revelation that 303 taught us to not trust hoes, or that Helen Keller talks with her hips?
I mean, I think the only person she talked with her hips to was her husband, if she ever got married. But no, she talked with her hands. Just don't trust a hoe, dude. Can't trust a hoe. Won't trust me.
Yeah, I think you don't trust a hoe, never trust a hoe is what 303 taught us the most.
Yeah, don't trust a hoe, dude.
Because
Or
I
girl.
can't confirm nor deny that Helen Keller talked with her hips. I don't know.
I wasn't her husband. I don't know if she ever
Yeah.
got married. Either way, I think that'd
Don't
be
know.
slightly inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. And we're pro women on this podcast. So we're going to go with the first one, even though it is not to trust hoes, which
Men can be hoes.
men can be hoes. So actually, yeah, that's,
I didn't gender hoes. You did.
there we go. We're hoes are males, actually. So ladies, don't trust hoe males.
I think usually they're called fuck boys now, but
Hot
no, they
male,
hoes.
not hoe male. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like it.
Alex O on Twitter is at Alex McThunder1, and he says, what is the largest animal that you guys, and by you guys he means me, Pat, and Robert, what is the largest animal that you guys can beat up 1 versus 1 in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm Googling
I
what the
jotted
biggest
down-
bird in the world is right now.
I jotted down a list of some animals I think we could maybe take. Size-wise, because like snake, I think we could fuck up a snake.
Not me. I'm out. I'm gonna like if it has
I
any
think we could
size.
figure it out. I think we could figure it out.
I run from snakes. I don't do snakes, man.
I think the biggest one, and this would be a fight, but like hand-to-hand combat, I think like we could MMA style, the 3 of us take down a kangaroo. Those motherfuckers are strong.
Oh,
I
as a
think
team? I thought he meant solo.
As a team, the 3 of us v 1 kangaroo. I think like Pat tackles it. Robert and I just fucking start beating the shit out of it. I think we could take a kangaroo. It wouldn't be easy, and we would be gassed. But I think 3 of us versus 1 kangaroo, I think we could take it.
I think we could. Like if it
You
was
tackle
life or
it,
death.
somebody gets it in a chokehold, the other one just starts wailing on it. Like, I think we could do that. I also put a panda bear.
No, not a chance. That's a bear. That's a bear. That's still a bear. It's a fucking bear. No,
But, like,
I
they
don't think people
don't-
realize.
They just seem chill. I think we could fuck up a panda.
Why would you want
No,
to?
not.
I
a
wouldn't
chance.
want to. I'm answering the question. I think we could. I was like a baby black bear, probably not.
Also, I just looked up. Here's one that I think we could take, especially now that we're doing this as a team. An ostrich is bigger than a kangaroo.
Ostriches are mean though, and they're so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. If it charges me, I got to be the first line. And I tackle this motherfucker. I go at the neck. I try and wrap up its body. I get it to the ground. Then I need y'all to run in. One of you stomp the legs. Maybe break a leg, break an ankle.
Each of us has to grab a leg, so it can't go anywhere. You got its head.
Oh, no. You don't want to put your head anywhere near the legs. You just run up while I have it on the ground. And I tackled it. And I put my weight on it. You kick that. The other one, you got to start stomping that neck. And don't get me wrong. I'm going to get the fuck beat out of me doing this. Like I said, I'm taking one for the team, being the first line of defense, where I throw my full body weight into an ostrich and hope that I could wind it and get it to the ground on a tackle. I need you guys to come and be my closers and do some serious medieval damage to this ostrich when I have it on the ground. And you're probably gonna be crying because you're gonna be stomping the neck of an ostrich. Robert, you're probably on the leg duty. I need you on legs are the problem. And I don't think you have it in you to stomp a neck. That's why I have you on legs.
I don't think I do either.
I need you on legs, but I need you to not fuck up. But I think as a team, I think we could take down an ostrich. It's gonna suck though.
An ostrich.
Don't get me wrong. I'm walking away with multiple broken ribs. I'm trying to do this where you guys walk away unscathed. I think we can do an ostrich.
I think we would take a deer.
Here's the thing, though.
We take a
Hand-to-hand
deer.
combat. Yeah, we could, but an ostrich is bigger than a deer. He said, wasn't the question, what's the biggest animal you could take down?
Like a big buck. You don't think that we could just like snap its neck?
Oh, bucks are mean motherfuckers. And those
Or, like,
antlers.
jump on the back of it and just.
I mean, also you're getting kicked by them, some bitches, and they're fast. You can't get your hands on them.
Yeah, they are fast.
An ostrich, it'll come up and be like, "Rawr," and you're like, fucking come at me, bro. Let's do this.
Okay, another one that I think is like bulkier than an ostrich, maybe not height wise. Ram. Like that seems like a mean animal, but I feel like it's like if we fought a ram and came out on top, like that's a badass. Like we beat that ram, and it's like a ram would fucking do some damage because it would fucking run into us. But I also think like we could like pile drive, like we like give it the people's elbow a couple times. Like I think we use Pat's size to our advantage. You kind of jump on his back at first. Like I'll lure him, jump out, and then you jump off something, jump on his back, take him down. And then we just start people's elbowing him over and over and over again. And it's going to take a while. But I think like as long as he's not just handing out blows to us, I think we could take a ram. And those things are fucking pretty big.
Also, yeah, this is not what he asked. He said, what's the largest animal you guys can beat up in 1v1 hand-to-hand combat? So we were taking a 3v1. Now we know the 3v1 answers.
I
What's
thought
the
it was
largest
the three
animal?
of us.
No, it does say 1v1 hand-to-hand combat.
But-
Robert, I think Robert's not a violent person, so I think like the biggest animal he could take down 1-to-1 would be like a cat.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like if a
Like a
cat
beaver.
really attacked Robert, I think he could fucking grab it and then like he'd slam it against the wall and it would die.
Dude, I'm still gonna say kangaroo. I think I could fight a kangaroo.
No chance you
no
could.
way.
Maybe.
No way.
Here's the thing. Here's what you don't understand is that kangaroo, like you come at it, you get close, and it perches up on that tail. Do you understand the kick power of a kangaroo? It's going to catch you in the chest and break all of your ribs.
I got
you're done.
cat-like reflexes. Dip, dodge, boom.
I
Give him a
couldn't fuck
chokehold.
up a
That guy's
kangaroo.
done. That guy's done.
I might still go ostrich. I think I might be able to take down an
You
ostrich.
take an ostrich.
No.
Like
too fast.
if I can, yeah, but it's coming at me too. So I throw my body weight, get on its back, and then I wrap its neck around my arm 4 times, and just.
Yeah, I'm gonna go deer. I'm gonna go deer then.
I don't know if I could take down an ostrich. Maybe life or death situation.
Yeah,
I think I could take an ostrich.
I think I could take a deer. Like even if it's a mad buck, I think if I just you gotta jump on the back of it, time it right, and like if I can jump, get on that thing's back, I think I can fucking hug onto it, and like that thing's going down, and then
So
you gotta snap a snack.
the question it says, what's the largest animal you guys could beat up in a 1-to-1 hand-to-hand combat? Okay, so I guess this doesn't mean you have to make the animal want to fight you, but then the animal backs out of the fight. So I guess you don't have to kill it.
I'm thinking you gotta kill it.
I was
think we gotta
thinking
it
kill,
in
but
this
it says beat up. If we're staying true to the question,
beating
it says
up,
beat
also
up.
kill.
You know what the
It's
largest
beat up if
animal?
it's dead.
The largest animal I could beat up? Human.
That's not respect the exercise, dude. Respect the
Drop them
exercise.
bows, dog. Definitely no sort of ape. Apes would fuck all of us up.
No,
They're so
not at
strong.
all. Yeah.
Coyotes aren't that big, but I feel like I could take in a life or death situation. I'm gonna get fucked up by those teeth. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. You
Next
can grab by
step
the
up.
tail and just kind of a fox, maybe.
I just don't
fuck
know
a
much.
fox.
I don't know
You
much
catch
about
it.
ostriches. Is an emu smaller than an ostrich?
I have not ridden an ostrich, but when I've ridden, not to brag, I'm a 2-time camel racing champion. But when I've ridden camels in the camel races at the horse track, they also have ostrich races those nights, and the jockeys have to race the ostriches because the ostriches like to just they'll start running real fast, and what they would do when just random people would ride them was they would go really fast and they would just stop and they would lower their neck and people would just fly off of them. They're mean some
Okay.
bitches. They peck. They're fucking not chill.
I'm backing
the
out. I'm
jockeys
backing out
hate
on
it.
ostrich. I'm backing out on ostrich. Ostriches can grow to be between 5.5 to 9.5 feet. I didn't know ostriches could
that's
get
large.
9.5 feet. And here's the thing: 130 to 150 kilograms. 45 kilograms is what emus grow to, and that's 99 pounds. So ostriches are getting up to 9.5 feet, and what's the math on that? 300 pounds, 300 plus pounds.
Yeah, I think you'd probably.
I'm
lose
out.
that
I'm
fight.
out. I'm out on the.
I'm gonna go
ostrich.
deer.
I'm
gonna go deer.
gonna go emu. Emu can grow to be about 6.5 feet and 100 pounds. It's 100 pounds. I'll fuck
I
up an
think you do
emu.
that. Robert,
I'll
what
fuck
about
up an
you?
emu.
I'll go beaver.
You take a beaver. All right, yeah, stay away from the teeth. You're good. And
Yeah,
that
you
tail,
stay away
tail
from the
could
teeth,
smack you around.
but it's so small.
Like, do you okay? Alligator, like at the right. If you get him in the right
No,
spot, like if you go,
no.
probably
no.
gonna lose.
Hand
I'm just
to
trying to throw
hand.
like
It's the only way you can kill an
People's elbow.
alligator is with the bullet right to that specific part of the back of their fucking skull that they taught us
Good
in
point.
Swamp People.
good point.
No alligator. That's a literal dinosaur, dude. It's a
I think
literal
I'm gonna
dinosaur.
go- I think I'm gonna go with
I think emu is a
about-
good answer.
what about a fish? Like if it was some sort of like large fish, you just like grab it and take it out of water.
Any fish that's larger than an emu, I'm not going to be able to pull out of water.
It's like I could take a dolphin.
No, you couldn't.
If you grab it, just give it a big hug, take it out.
Jellyfish.
They're so fast.
Jellyfish
No,
fuck you up, though.
it would sting you. It'd sting you.
Dang, they're mean.
I
You
think
went
an
snorkeling?
emu. I think
You
an
went
emu is a
snorkeling?
pretty good answer to this question.
I think it was a solid one. We went snorkeling in Jamaica and like everybody was swimming. We were looking at all these cool fish and this reef. And then I saw like a group of stingrays coming up and I just went the other way. And there was like, somebody was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm not I'm not gonna Steve Irwin myself here. All right, guys, I'm leaving. And they weren't like coming at us or anything. But I was like, I'm just gonna go to the other side. They look pretty, but I don't want to get near that thing. So I couldn't take a stingray. Definitely couldn't take a stingray.
Goddamn right, you can't. Took down Steve Irwin, motherfucker. It ain't taking
Yeah.
down. You ain't surviving that shit.
That was a great question.
I think
Alex,
you was the
though,
perfect answer to that. I'm
well
proud
done,
of me for
buddy.
that.
Danielle Weston writes in with our next one at Danny_Weston. She says, was Tarzan a virgin when he met Jane, or did he clap gorilla cheeks?
Oh, he was a virgin. Come on,
He's a virgin.
don't be dirty.
Let's not.
Especially Disney's Tarzan. Those gorillas
Yeah.
talked.
Yeah. So I don't think he was clapping gorilla cheeks.
Ain't no cheeks being clapped. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Not until Jane. Good question though. Glamour Perry at Glam for Life on Twitter. That's GLAM, the number 4 LYFE. Glamour says, would you rather have mugs for hands or plates for feet? I use my hands too much, I think. I think you could still walk on plate feet. It would not be fun, but like, you couldn't write with mug hands. You could eat, but it all
Plates for feet.
I think
Plates
plates
for
for feet is the
Because
easiest.
even if they break, you get prosthetic feet.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think they're super.
I need the digis.
Yeah. I need the fingers. Need the fingers.
You ain't the only one that needs the fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Ayo.
Vaginas.
You get it.
See, when I say shit like that, it's just worth it for me to see the look on Robert's face when he looks up at the camera. It's funny to me every fucking time.
Just a look of disappointment.
But you smirked. If I can make Robert smirk, it's a successful joke for me.
Robert, would you go plate feet over mug hands too?
Yeah.
All right.
Unanimous.
It makes sense. It makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, you would.
All right. Final question we got from you guys. This one is from Brandon Davis, aka Texas Cat Daddy, at A Stream of Cream on Twitter.
God.
And Brandon says, are bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos the goat of appetizers? He sent us a picture of, I believe what he said, it was his boss cooking some. But he says, are bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos the goat of appetizers? He didn't directly ask us to power rank appetizers, but I'm going to take that as our invite to power rank appetizers. Again, we like power ranking things. Hashtag PTG answers. Give us things to power rank. Usually give us the selections. I think this is kind of an open-ended one here. Power ranking top 5 appetizers. I think bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos are delicious, an absolute treat of an appetizer. The only problem is I would take bacon wrapped shrimp over bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. That I think gets
that's
rid
your
of
number
it as,
one.
No, that gets rid of it as like I would just take bacon wrapped shrimp over those. So that can't make it the goat. If we're going goat, power ranking for me, I'm going to start with number 1. I think the easiest, most universal is chips and queso or chips and dip. I think that's under the same umbrella. No, like any jamoke can put out chips and dip. Nobody's ever complained like, oh, well, fucking Pat had chips and salsa out. Chips and queso, that fucks every single time. Nobody's mad. Number 2, mozzarella sticks. Number 3, charcuterie board. Something for everybody there. Number 4, pigs in a blanket. And number 5, bread and butter. Why do restaurants do it? Because it's fucking awesome.
We're going apps. Number
Appetizer.
1. We're going wings.
That's
I'm
a
going
meal
wings.
to me. People order that like because I would have said if we're going just apps, then chili triple dipper is the goat because it is a meal made of appetizers. Wings, I don't think we can count as appetizers. Wings we can't count as appetizers because wings are a meal.
I will respect that because I do see it as a meal. Okay. Number 1 then. Nachos. I see that as different from chips and queso.
I could also see
Nachos is just
a meal.
Perfect
like,
appetizer. No,
it's a good appetizer.
Nachos are an appetizer that are eaten as a meal sometimes. I'm going nachos 1. I think I mean, chips and quesos too. Chips and queso. It's fucking chips and queso. 3, I'm gonna go pizza dip. Pizza dip is.
See, I think chips and queso / chips and dip should be its own thing because like any kind of dip,
but
whether,
pizza dip is its own monster.
but that's under chips and dip though, isn't it?
Now, for your list, maybe not for mine.
No, it's
Not for
like
mine.
that's under the umbrella of that. You get both of those when you say chips and queso / chips and dip.
I mean, you're fucking up my shit here then. Because 90% of my shit is dip. I had like artichoke dip and pizza dip and guacamole and fine. I guess we're throwing them all into one.
That's why I had chips and queso / dip as one
All right,
because it makes the most sense.
I can't power rank then. I'm just gonna throw out some fucking names then. All right, we're gonna go pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blankie. That's a fucking great goddamn appetizer right there. What was that, 3 for me then? I guess nachos and the chips all went into one. Nachos, pigs and blankies.
I think nachos is its own thing. Then you can go chips and dip / queso. Then pigs in a blanket.
You just fucked up my whole list because like 80% of what I had fucking listed was some sort of dip.
Robert, you give us yours. What Pat thinks about.
Yeah. Let me think about this for a minute.
You don't really have a lot of appetizers, but I think a lot of the ones you said I'm with. I'm gonna go chips and queso, mozzarella sticks, bread and butter, classic, and I think I may go with pigs in a blanket.
And charcuterie board. I think charcuterie board is like a solid appetizer because it's just like here's cheese and a bunch of other shit. Snack on it. Like nobody complains about a charcuterie board. It's tight. Like I don't know how to make one, but I can buy one and throw it out there. That's why like I think chips and queso / dip flies because anybody can just put out like I got some Tostitos and here. And like you have people over and it looks like okay, cool. Like nobody's gonna complain whether it be salsa, whether it be pizza dip, whether it be spinach artichoke dip, whether it be queso, like people are like, oh, okay, cool. And like people partake in that. Like that's easy.
All right, I'm gonna actually rank mine now. Then we go chips and dip 1 because there's the myriad of dips that fucking go with it.
Right.
2, I'm going fucking tater skins, baby.
Over matzo sticks.
Oh, potato skins, baby, all day.
That's a crazy
long.
Take. That's a crazy
all day
take.
long. All day long. 3, I'll give you mott sticks. Mott sticks.
Okay. Fucking
phenomenal. 4, I will go with what was the one that I had said before? I'm losing it right now. No. I'm not gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4 onion rings / the bloomin' onion, some sort of fried onion dish.
Okay.
You gotta give me both of that. And then 5, we'll go pigs and blankies right there. Knock that shit out.
It's easy. I mean, all of those are solid.
But the
cocktail would also.
But
that's tight.
Oh, that's a good one too. But the potato skins, bacon, chives, cheese, carbs, all that shit. Give me potato skin all day. All
Potato
day.
skin all day.
I might have to make some fucking tater skins for fucking Sunday, man.
Do that. Some early morning tater.
Or more than
skins.
likely buy some. Because
There
I
you
ain't gonna
go.
make that shit.
Okay. I mean, like Brandon, appreciate you sending that one in. So I guess in a
Good
very
man.
long-winded way, the answer is no. Bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos are not the goat of appetizers. They're phenomenal appetizers.
Fuck, I forgot about those. Forget the fucking forget the pigs in blanket. I'm going bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos. And that number
I would
4
still go bacon wrapped shrimp
jumps
over.
the onion rings.
I'd go bacon wrapped shrimp over that.
Armadillo eggs all day, baby.
I'm not hating on it. It's a great.
I forgot about
appetizer.
that appetizer that started the whole fucking conversation.
But I think like mozzarella sticks, and chips and queso are by far the 1 and 2. Power rank. Tell us things to power rank, guys. We like to do that. Please hit us up at Pass Grade Pod #PTG Answers. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pass Grade Podcast, like our Facebook page. We are also Pass Grade Pod on Instagram. and on TikTok. So follow us there as well. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat DM. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Robert has a podcast called A Recent Study Suggests. New episodes come out every Monday. You can listen to that wherever you're listening to this podcast, wherever you get your podcast. A Recent Study Suggests will be out there. It's him and his wonderful girlfriend Sam, and it's a great podcast. Start your week off with them. Roll on into Tuesdays where I do the Clear at Big Blue podcast. You want to talk a little soccer, a little football, we got that there. Those are episodes on Tuesdays. You can watch us live there, Clear at Big Blue podcast. Search that on YouTube and you can watch us live and interact with us. I know Alex O does that sometimes. Then make sure you're subscribing to all of our stuff, Past Great Podcast on YouTube. And we're going to be doing the PTG/Clear at Big Blue live stream of the London games. It'll be me, Mike Fish, and our good lad Pat, watching the Giants take on the Packers, and the Packers probably blowing the doors off of the Giants. So watch me be really sad
Bet the under.
and start drinking a lot, and watch Pat be very excited and probably
Bet
start
the
talking
under
shit.
right now.
Then Gravy Gambles, the Gravy Gambles Show, Pass the Great Podcast YouTube page. Make sure if you're subscribed, you're going to get all the notifications for that anyways. It'll be on the Pass the Gravy Facebook page as well, 1:30 on Fridays Central Time, and then 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Hopefully we'll be hanging out with you guys on Sunday on our live stream. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, and we'll give you all the updates on that. You guys have a great rest of your week. Be good to one another, and until we talk to you next time, man, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Them apple bottom jeans, that boots up with the fur. That whole club was looking at her.